peace. Welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh my gosh, it's been a couple of weeks. A little sabbatical, darling. Listen, it's been 5 years that I haven't taken a break. I had a lot of stuff to do. And quite frankly, the sitch was not the best. I just was a little bit depressed as well. But you know what? We're back, baby. Hi, everybody. Hi, Tat. Oh, missed you so much. Missed you too. Hi, Gloria Retinos, Empanada, Elijah Ramirez, Monarch, Apple Blonde, Jack's Bag Attack, 5 Foot Nothings, Meo Star, Akolu, Teresa McGuire, Diva on a Budget, Finley Evans, Kev, in the house, Debbie, Kimberly. Oh my God, so many people. Karina, Akolu again. Hi, sweetie, how's it going? Anya, Jacob, please send fruit gummy. Karina, Sailor 2001. Wow. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Hi, Zara Justina, everybody in the house. Grant in the house as well. Andrea Myers. How's it going, Andy? Welcome, everybody, to the show.
Hello.
Tis, June. I think this is our first stream in June. Oh, okay. We're going to have an after show today as well. Of course, I've been skipping after shows for 2 weeks. So, since this is the first after show of the month, it's open to Tier 1 and Tier 2 members. So yes, today we got 2 live streams. We'll go. Oh my God. Okay. You guys, I've been a little bit under the weather emotionally. Who isn't these days? So I have my little Ken thing to match the blues and the pinks, but hashtag not sponsored. I just tried for the first time ever. Debbie, I'm bouncing off the walls. I just tried, and really not sponsored here. I just found this the other day. Welch's Grape Zero Sugar Energy Drink. This shit, I don't know if I would recommend this, but it's like, it's giving me the gives, okay? I'm like, hi, everybody, welcome to the show. So anyway, yeah, it is powerful. Okay, we'll go. But then again, anyway, so before we get to the nitty gritty, boy, oh boy, have we got a show for you today. Boy, oh boy, we got a show for you today. Because actually, it was supposed to begin a little bit earlier, except a little fly on the wall flew in to give me a little bit of news about something, which made the whole process freeze, because we have a little bit of breaking news here to share with you today. But before I get to that breaking news, something that's happening behind the scenes, apparently, in the YouTube luxury world. The girls are apparently at it. Oh, this is juicy. But before we get to the gossip, to the drama, I want to first acknowledge everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. So many of you have reached out to me, worried because I was missing in action. Thank you so much for sending messages of encouragement, of love, asking how I am. Thank you, guys. It means the world to me. And also, really big hug also to the shout outs that were given to me in other videos. I want to say thank you to Liz from the Pink Lookbook. Wonderful channel. Go subscribe to her. She gave me a shout out in one of her latest video where she talks about the Chanel Rouge Noir nail polish history. Beautiful video. Go check it out. So thank you, Liz, so much for giving me a shout out. Go subscribe to her channel. She knows so much about fashion history, way more than me. And she, like a teacher, conveys it to you precisely to the point. It is a joy to learn from Liz's videos, the Pink Lookbook, her channel. And I want to send a huge thank you to Kaz from 5 Foot Nothing. Kaz has just had a fabulous reconstructive surgery. The nose is going to be gorgeous, darling. And she is documenting her journey post-surgery. And it also has been, I was worried, but I'm also really happy that everything is going well. So it has been a journey. And Kaz also gave me a shout out in her video when she came back from the hospital and she was starting recovering, and she gave me a really heartfelt and beautiful shout out in her video. Kaz, thank you so much. So 5 Foot Nothing, go subscribe to 5 Foot Nothing. What a wonderful channel. Also, she is fearless. I don't know if I would have had the guts to stand on camera, you know, with the bondages and everything, and just talk about the experience, you know. Fearless, Kaz. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. 5 Foot Nothing, everybody. And so thank you so much. And then I want to say thank you so much for the first early birthday present that Terrie sent me. Teresa McGuire is in the house, also one of our mods. Terrie sent me a box of Chanel goodies. Oh my God. Terrie, thank you so much. So, okay, I can't show you everything because it's a ton of stuff, like the gardenia oil, another one of the Chanel No. 5 little pebble bottles from last year, brand new, sealed, makeup that she doesn't need and that I can use for my live streams. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things because, like, this beautiful highlighter, which I can't use it, Terrie. It's too beautiful to use. What am I going to do? But Terrie sent it to me, and it's one of those embossed highlighters with the Chanel stars, the Comet stars from the 30s. And I mean, this one, I'm just going to keep it in the collection. I don't use highlighter, but it's just so beautiful. It's like a little painting. So thank you so much, Terrie. But what I will use, that Terrie also sent me, and I've never had this before, you guys, so I'm super excited to test this out. I haven't opened it yet because I still have some of my own makeup left, so I don't want to open this and like let it age until it's not time to use it. So Terrie also sent me the Ultimate Radiance Generating Serum Foundation. I'm so excited to test this out because I've never tested the Sublimage makeup. So this one I'm so looking forward to. It comes with a little brush and it comes with a full bottle of the foundation. So excited about this. Oh, did I freeze for a second? Am I back? Am I back? And then the Sublimage Ultimate Radiance Generating Cream Foundation. Okay, this one I am like, oh my gosh. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to test this one out as well. I'm scared. I don't want to open it until I don't finish my other cream. You know what I mean? Because I don't want this to age. So other makeup as well. Wow, Terrie, thank you so much. Best early birthday present ever. Thank you so much, Terrie. And so what I wanted to say is this is basically my birthday month. It's June. So the birthday is on the 30th of June. And hopefully now I'm going to get back into gear and grinding, and we're going to do the live streams. Hopefully now, you know, we got to catch up with all the missed live streams. I mean, if I have the energy, you might see me every day. You might be like, okay, stop streaming. We done, you know. But thank you everybody so much. And if anybody else, actually, if anybody else in their videos also gave me a shout out, but you forgot to @ me, then I can't get notified that you mentioned me. And I'm just saying this. If anybody else did mention me, I want to say thank you to you too. I just don't know if you did mention me because I didn't get a notification. And thank you to all the emails of love and support that you guys sent me. Very beautiful. It made me feel really special. Now, we're going to keep it happy on this channel. You know, we're going to keep it happy on this channel, and we're going to keep it as apolitical as possible. obviously, but you know, being in LA is not the easiest. We just survived earthquakes and fires. The year began with a bang. I was kind of on the brink of being evacuated almost every day as the fires were raging across LA. And then, of course, we also had another big incident just a little bit over a week ago that began in LA, which we're not going to mention, but you know, read between the lines. And it breaks my heart. This city is a wonderful city. Los Angeles is a very welcoming city. The community in Los Angeles is wonderful. The amount of love and support that people of Los Angeles have shown me when I first came to LA is something that I can tell you I have not felt in decades. I have not felt in decades anywhere else in the world. And this hoe has been around the block a couple of times. I have been everywhere. And the amount of love and kindness and gentleness, support, understanding, acceptance, not tolerance, acceptance. Because tolerance is a fake concept. I'm not a big fan of tolerance because tolerance is something fake, in my opinion. Acceptance is where the real deal is. The amount of acceptance and love that I have received and that I have been shown in Los Angeles, I have not been shown anywhere else. So that's the America that I know. And I know that the rest of the world has issues and is complaining about a lot of things happening here, and I totally get it. But I can tell you this much. America has a big heart and a big soul. You just have to know where to look. And so I love Los Angeles with all my heart. And it just breaks my heart to see so much pain. And I don't want that pain to be here. I do not want people to suffer. I do not want people to be unhappy. I want everybody to be happy. And so I have gathered my energies as best as I could to deliver some positive vibes today so that we can forget our sorrows, at least for a couple of minutes or hours, hopefully, in these two live streams that we're going to do together. And we're going to throw the shade and we're going to have some happy times. We're going to have some sad times, as it always is during the live streams. But I just want to say I love you, Los Angeles. I love you so, so, so much. You have shown me so much love and affection and support. It just, I will never forget it, okay? So, there's that. I just wanted to say that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're moving on. Gloria says, thank you, Dacob means a lot to me. Well, period. Happy birthday, Von Dacob. Thank you, Gloria. 39 months, tier 2. If you like the show, I want to support your moderator, your host here. You can use this thing here. Sky, thank you so much. By the way, we have...
Sky tipped $5. Thank you kindly for your great streaming, dear Dacob. You are so good and fun company.
Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Look, we still have from the last live stream, we didn't finish the Camelia, the little Chanel Camelia. So we're going to first finish the Chanel Camelia, and then we're going to jump to the birthday special. So once we filled this Camelia, we're going to complete the trifecta, which we started over a month ago now with the first Camelia that we did, and we filled the first Camelia with all the rainbow colors. So also here's to Pride Month, whoop whoop, and then the second one we did with the 3 stripes, the 3 shades of blue, lilac, lavender. And then the third one is black with a red center, but we haven't made it to the center yet. So we're going to fill the Camelia first because I want to have the 3 Camelias finished first. And then we're going to move on to the new chapter. So Sky, I'm going to add Sky to the petals. So I want to say, so the red ones are going to be here. This is going to be the, okay, gotcha. Here you go. We're adding Sky to the... Here you are, Sky, right there. Gorgeous. And we're building our Camelia. Thank you so much. So, you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, where to begin? Breaking news. Yeah, guys. So, wait, should we do the tips first or should we? A little birdie. Terrie, we'll do the tip in a second. Let me do the breaking news first. And Tat as well, you guys. I see the tips. We'll play them in a second, okay? Don't worry, I saw them. Breaking news, you guys. A little birdie has told me something about, well, how do we put it? Luxury content creators on YouTube. Now, let me bring in my co-host. The good old Birkin is here. You guys, the Birkin also missed you. The Birkin kept telling me, I look Paul. You know, the Birkin keeps throwing shade at me. The Birkin is like, I want to see your co-chatters. I want to see your viewers. I don't want to talk to you. Dacob, get out of my way. The Birkin, oh, sassy.
Hello.
Hey, hello. Yeah, exactly. So, the Birkin has feet, but some bags don't have feet. And for the bags, for the luxury bags that don't have feet, well, somebody seems to have created magnetic bag feet. Now, here's the thing. So, I'm not going to mention any names because, you know, but we can. But we're not going to for now. So somebody claims to have invented magnetic feet for luxury bags. Somebody claims that they have patented the magnetic feet for luxury bags and that the patent is pending. Somebody else, however, started also selling magnetic bag feet. So, my. This is escándalo. So apparently, the ladies are doing a little bit of competition. A little bit of competition. Somebody's claiming they did it first. Somebody else opens a business and sells their own. Who's gonna win this battle, I wonder? Kaz says, I saw those years ago. Debbie says, I thought they've been around for a while. That's the point. Who do we trust? Who do we believe? What does it mean they've been around for a while? Are we talking 10 years, 5 years, a couple of months? Well, let me tell you, this is something to keep a close eye on because a storm is a brewing behind the scenes. And it might just escalate to the point of no return. Or will it de-escalate before it gets to calling out names, pointing fingers at each other? One doth wonder. Monarch says, yes, Debbie and Kaz, I bought them, says Monarch, the little magnetic feet. Long while, says Corey Emerson. Interesting. Hi, Lily Davina, finally a live show. So when, Monarch, when did you buy the magnetic feet? I see that Caro knows exactly what I'm talking about. Caro says, LOL, neither of them invented magnetic feet for bags. Them been on Amazon for years. Interesting. Interesting. Good to know. Yep. There you go. Grant says my OCDness could never. They would probably get unaligned and create indents on the bottom. Yeah, I mean, also, like, I'm not going to get into the whether or not you should get magnetic feet for your bags or not. I have no opinion on that. I'm just really interested in seeing how how the ladies are promoting this product as like as if they invented it. And interesting. Good luck to both of them, however. Corey says, for the love, they literally have been around since the 1960s. I wish you could see the Sears catalog I have. Oh, Corey. China invented them thousands of years ago. Kidding, says Stanley. Jackie says, the Gal's Guide shop is where I got mine over a year ago. So, Jackie, you got it a year ago. Interesting. And Monarch, how long ago did you get yours? Monarch says, 2 years ago, I got them for my Hermes garden party. I tried them, but they're just okay. So you got them 2 years ago. And Corey claims that they've been around since the 60s. Now, if you patent a product, you know, it's the little tiny differences that can make it patentable. Like, for example, is the version of these little feet from the 60s something that you screw onto the bag, hence ruining the bag, or were they also magnetic? Jackie says, the magnets attract your metal items in your bag. Oh, that's not so good. Corey says, all people need to do is a little digging. It's not hard. Interesting. Interesting. Apple Blonde also has them since 1 year approximately. Branderson says, what do the feet do? Do they just help them stand? So, yeah, I mean, like if you have a bag that doesn't have any feet and it's just leather at the bottom or pleather or whatever it is, and you don't want the bag to like touch the floor or whatever, you want it to be a little bit elevated, then you add these little feet just to protect the bag a little bit from just touching the ground or touching the table or whatever. Yeah. Gloria says, I got them when I needed to protect them, my bags, when riding my Brontosaurus. Those were the days, Gloria. Yeah. And Akulu says, I was just looking online trying to figure out who this brand is. And Bless says, wouldn't a magnet mess up your cell phone? Depends how strong the magnet is. I mean, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Depends how strong the magnet is. Corey says they were magnetic. The magnet was put on the inside of your bag and the metal base was on the outside. There were pearl-like ones, bright colors, orange, and avocado green were really popular. This back in the 60s already? Good to know. So I guess you can't just claim you patented it a year, 2 or 3 ago. If it's something that existed since the 60s, maybe that patent expired, so somebody else could take the patent. That's a possibility. Like we always say, legally, just because something is legal doesn't mean that it is morally okay. And there you go. Hi, Lady Fire Twitch. I just checked them on YouTube. I see one for Louis Vuitton. Aha. Interesting. Interesting. Akolu says, Dacob, just want to say I love you. Didn't realize how much I missed this. Oh, thank you, Akolu. Missed you too. Yup, in the 60s, says Corey. Marina says, hi. What are we talking about? Little magnetic feet for the baglets. What else are we going to talk about? Hi, Zeitgeist. Hi, Dacob. Long time no see. How you doing? Well, missed you. Missed you too, sweetie. I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Monarch says they give me protection from just sitting my garden party bags on surfaces. They didn't disturb anything and haven't left any unsightly marks, but several fell off. Oh. So basically you're telling me you lost a few? And you never found them again? Because then you got to buy new ones. Clever. They make you come back for more. Well, anyway, that was the breaking news. I'm really curious to see if the ladies are going to go at it against each other or not. I don't know. It is 2025 after all. You know, I'm always titillating and anticipating some late night rants on social media platforms because it's become the norm these days. So, anyway, let's now play the tips. Thank you so much. I saw them earlier. Thank you so much, Terrie. Let me add a red one for
Maguire
Terrie.
Tipped $20. So happy to have you back.
Thank you, Terrie. I'm happy to be back too. And because you were on the other one as well in black, I'm going to add you in red now. So we got the first red petal We got Terrie. And I think you sent one for Kenny as well. It's going to play it in a minute. Hold on, let me write Terrie. Yeah, because I wanted this camellia to have like, I wanted the center to be red and then the outer part to be all black. And so when we put the 3 camellias together, they're going to have like a beautiful, they're going to be different enough to warrant. I don't know, to warrant like, to be different enough, whatever, what you going to say, I don't know. There you go, Terrie. Thank you so much. Tat. Let's do, oh, Tat, I have a little pedal here to do it in black.
Tat tipped $5. Happy early birthday.
Thank
Love
you so much, Tat.
Red heart emoji.
Merci beaucoup. Yeah, we're running out of pedals really quickly. If you still want to be on a camellia, it's your last chance for romance, baby. And then we're going to move on to the new birthday field. Right there, Tat. Thank you so much. And Kenny. We're going to add Kenny as well.
Teresa McGuire tipped $10. From Kenny.
Let me add Kenny right next to Terrie. I'm trying to do this as best as I can because like these little pedals, they're 3-dimensional and they're all bent. It's really, really hard to, I messed up the N, you guys. It's really hard to go with them over with the Sharpie, but I did it to the best of my ability. There you go, Kenny. Let me add another heart here. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, that's supposed to be a heart. That little dot is supposed to be a heart. Okay, we'll go. So, oh, hi, Larissa. Oh, hi, darling. Missed you. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, Grief and High Delight says they're all over Amazon and Etsy. Yeah, but that's the point. Like, why do people claim they invented something when it's been around before they were even born? So should we start questioning the integrity of certain people? You see what I'm saying? You see, you open up a can of worms and it never ends. There you go. Just saying. Yes, Larissa, I am left-handed when I write flat, but I'm ambidextrous if I'm writing on a vertical, like on a vertical thing. So weird. Like if I'm writing on a blackboard, I can use both hands, but if I write on a flat plane, I'm left-handed. But if I play tennis, I play with my right hand. Like the racket is in my right hand. Very confusing. I know. I'm all over the, but what can I tell you? I'm all over the place. Child, so, oh my God, the heat. I can't. You guys, I'm melting. Okay. So anyway, let's do a topic. Oh my God. So, shout out to Jack's Bag Attack for the air conditioning. I hear ya, girl. It is so hot. And when the air conditioning is off, it's like, oh boy. Oh boy. It it's so hot, you guys. I actually have a little fan here, but it's not really doing much at this point. And Debbie's like, screw this, LOL. Oh, Rock Punk Ballerina says, I was confused whether I'm fully left-handed too. And then I heard one can be cross-dominant. Cross-dominant, you say, huh? Heard that before. Yeah, been there before, baby. Oh, Robbie, thank you so much.
Robbie_Lorianne tipped $10. Missed you huge bunches, Dacob. So
Aw,
happy to see you.
thank you, Robbie. Let me add you to the Camilla hum. Hold on, let me add you here. Yeah, you guys, it's been such a weird like two weeks. How long I've been gone? 2.5 weeks. Oh, it's Lorianne. Wait, but I thought it was Lorraine. I always invert the I and the A. Okay, so it's Lorianne. Okay, no, don't worry. I'll do it correctly. Okay, got it. We can do 2 hearts. Woo! Robbie, here you are! Oh, fabulous! The Camilla is almost ready, you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Leanne says I'm right-handed but left lead and ambidextrous when I paint. Interesting. Oh, speaking of all of these words, all of these fancy words, ambidextrous, enshrined within, thou, betwixt. Somebody the other day left a comment on my perfume channel, literally on one of my perfume reviews, saying something to the effect of, they cannot fathom how lackluster my vocabulary is. I'm like, really? You really wanna pick that fight with me? Okay, let's pick that fight. Yes, isn't that interesting? So, some fruit fly on my Guerlain L'Or Bleu perfume review on Essentially Dacob. By the way, go subscribe to Essentially Dacob, my perfume review channel. Mr. Absolomet Aktikofel girl, get a life, commented, oh, by the way, do you like my little glitter? Is this adorable? I love the little glitter thing, very 80s. Anyway, your reviews are derivative. Look at you using words, derivative. My, you could have also said manneristic, but you probably will later, right? Without clarity, and I think most importantly for the sake of YouTube contributions, unilaterally unentertaining. Let's not even mention all the grammar errors that this buffoon dropped in their comment. Embarrassing. What is made very clear in these pointless reviews is your lack of technical ability to navigate the English language and your abysmally narrow vocabulary. If you were born in another country and English is your third or fourth language, I apologize. Then there's no full stop, there's no comma, nothing. Again, grammar, like, you're really dumb. If English is your native language, I feel sorry for you. Okay, how about you first polish off your grammar, you go back to school and you learn when to do a full stop, when to do a comma, when to do, well, how to spell. Just, like, before you come for me for my abysmally narrow vocabulary and short-sightedness, lack of clarity, derivative analysis. So my inability, my lack of technical ability to navigate the English language. How about before you tell that to me, how about you fix your grammar? How about you go back to school, you learn how to spell, you learn when to add a comma and when to do a full stop, and then you come for me. But here's the thing. Robbie Lorraine says, give that guy a crayon. But here's the thing. whatever your name is, Oompa Loompa, once you've went back to school and finally finished kindergarten, first and second grade, at least, okay, and then you learn how to do the full stop, the comma, how to spell words, then you come for me again, okay, fine. Then we're going to have a second issue, because once you've learned all that, then I'm going to tell you, okay, and now, first of all, let's learn to not have the attention span of a fruit fly. Let's learn emotional intelligence. Let's learn to analyze what a person is saying, and in particular, reading between the lines. If a perfume review, such as perfume reviews that I do on my channel, doesn't click with you and you don't seem to understand them, maybe it's due to the fact that you're not capable of analyzing a fragrance in 4 dimensions, which is the approach that I use every time I review a perfume. So, to explain this in very simplistic terms, maybe your vocabulary is the one that's limited, so I'm going to simplify it, Miss Thing. Let's say we analyze a perfume and we say, this trajectory is a direction in which I tell you the perfume reminds me of. And we start that trajectory. While at the same time I start another trajectory and I say, and we go up there, and I say the perfume comes from this era. From a socio-political or socioeconomical standpoint, the perfume represents this for its time. That's another trajectory. I start that. Parallel, time-wise parallel, but not emotionally, stylistically parallel, just time-wise parallel, because I talk about 2 things at the same time. So I start that trajectory. I start on this trajectory. Then I say the perfume also has a specific longevity, specific silage. Okay, that's a whole other trajectory. Then we're going to talk about all of the times I've utilized the perfume and what sort of emotions it gave me. Now we're talking emotions. That's a whole other trajectory. So this is why I say it's a 4-dimensional type of approach to reviewing. Now, in order for you to understand my review, you have to be capable of compartmentalizing all of the information that I'm sharing with you, and I'm sharing it with you constantly. You have to be capable of putting information in specific boxes, enshrining the intel, and connecting the dots accordingly to when it's appropriate and when it's time to do so. It's like poetry. There's an abstraction. I mean, look, the Japanese invented the haiku. It's kind of like a haiku, you know, and a lot of information is missing in a haiku, but you feel what is intended between the lines and you connect the dots. And then a full picture forms, et voila, you have total clarity all of a sudden about what I am actually talking about in the perfume review. But first, let's go back to school, learn your grammar, and then once you've absorbed that, it's going to take you at least a decade, I believe, to be optimistic. Then we're going to talk about connecting the dots after you've learned grammar. Okay. So now that we've learned that, Akolu says, not Dacob sitting here telling someone how to use their brain. Akolu, listen. Here's the thing. It's 2025. Methinks many people out there have forgotten how to use their brain. Just saying. Just saying. So, cheers, sweetie. Jackie says, I don't normally go comment replying, but that dude bothered me. He never said what he thought of the perfume, but criticized Dacob's description. He criticized my vocabulary. He literally, or they, them, there, I don't know who or what it was, claimed that my knowledge of the English language is abysmal. Sure. sure. Very abysmal. Very, very, very abysmal. In fact, I don't even know how I am sitting here talking to you right now. It's a miracle. Exactly, Stephen. What would you do if
What
when
would you do if when you okay, so he said yes would go?
um
Um,
period, okay? Lovely peaches forever. So anyway, let's do a topic. I just needed to clear the air, from all the farts that were left over by trolls on my channel. I see ya, I hear ya, I don't want to smell ya though. I'd rather smell my perfumes than your farts. So, take your trollage. Yes, let's turn the trollage into a French situation. It's not even a troll, it's a trollage. Like to troll somebody, let's make it bougie, let's make it French, let's call it trollage. The trollage of it all. Speaking of which, I want to say that this mofo deserves an award this week. And the award for the idiot of the week goes to baboon number 1. Look at that. I even have a special award. I can put their photo here. It is the golden dumpster, the toilet bowl, world's biggest turd. There you go. This week's world's biggest turd award goes to that baboon from the Perfume channel. And you don't deserve to have your picture here either. So many are deserving. I know. We'll go. I did not come here to play. I came here to slay. So anyway, oh my God, this is so sad. Chanel is at it again. Okay, so, oh no, the battery just died. Great. Well, the fan is dead. You guys, so I just want to say a couple of things. And hold on, let me just try to connect this electricity cable so that this poor thing can maybe work again. No, it's not charging enough. Oh, maybe it died. Hold on, you guys. I just plugged this in and I'm trying to... Oh, no. It started again. Ah, okay. Does anybody know who Natasha Lyonne is? Natasha! And Lyonne. And the way she do what she do. She used to act in Orange is the New Black, and now she's doing that TV show. It's called Poker Face or something, and yeah, we love her. Well, we love Natasha. She's awesome. What can you say? So anyway, Natasha Lyonne is going to star in a biopic as none other than Joan Rivers. And when I heard the news, I was gagged. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Natasha Lyonne star as Joan Rivers in a in a biopic. I mean, it's going to be fabulous. Could you imagine Natasha Lyonne pulling that shtick? A Pahauka player. You're a Pahauka player. But with the Natasha Lyonne, you're a Pahauka player. Pahauka. I don't know how that's going to go down, but I'm here for it. I'm here for every minute of it. I'm here for every minute of it. And yeah, Kev says she's going to try really hard to hide that accent. You best believe. But I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, exactly, Branderson. It sounds like a great Snatch Game episode. Oh my God. Oh, Natasha Lyonne with RuPaul doing Snatch Game as Joan Rivers. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see RuPaul do the Snatch Game as Joan Rivers. RuPaul doing Joan Rivers. Somehow I have a sneaky suspicion he wouldn't be able to really do it well, because we've seen Ru try to act before. I mean, bless her heart, she puts all her love into it. She puts all the effort into it. But Ru, acting, I mean, let's just say that maybe let's just, maybe the Oscar is not there, but other awards are. We all miss Joan. Of course we do. Hi, Jedi Monkey. Hi, Nectarine Man. No notification again. Ah, man. Hi, Josiah's. Hi, Pao. I mean, girl. What? Girl. Girl. In the words of Luscious Massacre. I love Luscious. Hi, Luscious. In the words of Luscious Massacre, don't do it, little girl. Don't do it. Don't do it, little girl. Don't do it, little girl. IYKYK. Hi, Lori. Don't do it, little girl. Cross-dresser. Don't do it, little girl. IYKYK. Hi, Donna Mazzotti. Anyway, to quote the wise Luscious Massacre. So we'll go. Let's do a topic. And wait, hold on. Okay. And yeah. Hi, Shelly. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to quickly mention that. Let me mark it as done, because otherwise I will say the same topic again later if I don't mark it as. Can you believe? I know we're at that level. Oh no, this thing stopped working again. I have to. Yeah, it needs to charge. Yeah, I get it. But like, okay. It was only on level 1, but anyway. Oh my God, did you already talk about that guy that crashed? Somebody crashed out about wanting a Bottega Veneta deal? No, but I heard that apparently Tanner Leatherstein. Okay, we got to talk about this for a second. I'm not going to film this topic, but just, oh my God, there's so much to talk about. I've been missing in action for 2 weeks. Okay. I got to be quicker about this. I can't talk like half an hour about one topic. Okay. So apparently Tanner Leatherstein got a deal with Salvatore Ferragamo. And when I read the news, I thought, oh, by the way, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Okay. So apparently Salvatore Ferragamo hired him. And I thought to myself, oh, is Tanner going to start making bags for Salvatore Ferragamo? Is he going to design bags for some? What is he going to do for them? Well, apparently they're just sponsoring him. So I guess he's going to mention in his videos while he's dissecting bags and talking about quality of leather, he's going to say this video is sponsored by Salvatore Ferragamo. Isn't that a little bit like counterproductive? Like, isn't a person like him supposed to be independent from leather companies sponsoring him so that he can keep delivering to the viewers authentic, honest reviews about leather? I mean, he's supposed to take their bags apart and talk about their quality. So if he's going to take apart their bags to talk about their quality, but they're paying him to do it, can we trust his opinion anymore? You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit weird. I don't know how that... It's a conflict of interest, in my opinion, Stanley. But I guess we'll see. I just found it a little bit weird. You know, at first I thought, oh, this is going to be fun. He's going to make bags for them. You know, they hired him to make bags. But no, apparently they hired him to sponsor him? Weird. But we shall see. We got our eyes peeled on ya. Salvatore and Tanner. Interesting. So we'll go. So there's that. What else? Ah, yes. So this was news 3 weeks ago when I was supposed to stream but didn't. So I don't know if we should like film this topic or not. Maria Grazia Curie? No, we have to. I mean, who cares, right? No, right? No. Maria Grazia Curie leaves Dior. Good riddance. And what else to say? What else to say? Look, here's the thing. They made good money with her. Her stuff was sellable. Yeah, okay. And who's gonna remember? Nobody's gonna remember her. So what if Galliano's clothes were not that wearable? We all remember them. And at the end of the day, if Dior is building up a legacy, what is going to really matter one day is the memory. Okay? Because money comes and goes. But if you manage to create a pop cultural phenomenon, it will be remembered forever. And that is worth more than any quick profit you might make today, because the money you make today is gone tomorrow. But if you manage to tap into the nerve of the times, and when fashion does its job properly, that's exactly what fashion does. And if that tapping into the nerve of the times is successful, the memory will linger on for eons to come. And that is worth way more than a quick profit. So, Maria Grazia Curie might have brought Dior and LVMH money, but she did not bring them memory. And this is the big problem that we have today, because most of these corporations, and especially when these companies are publicly available on the stock market, the shareholders only want quick profits. So they determine whether or not a brand is successful according to the money they make in any given fiscal quarter. But you see, that does not a good brand make. If you want heritage, and if you want to enter history and memory, you better deliver something that doesn't just make money. You have to deliver something that brings memory. And memory is much harder to deliver than money. Earning the memory of the people is way harder than earning money. And it seems like LVMH never learned that lesson. It's like they just focus on the money, not memory. Sad, but oh well. Good luck to you, Dior. And now, I know some people are saying, oh, I can't wait for J.W. Anderson or whoever's coming next at Dior. Yeah. Um, yeah, okay. Good luck. Good luck, JW, or whatever your name is, you know. Hi, hi, Tisha Parker. Hey, Dacob. New here. I'm enjoying the live. Hi, sweetie. Welcome to the chats. Welcome to the chats, darling. Brown Bunny says, you better resist time, batch. Yes, Brown Bunny. Time is the ultimate. Like, you know? Okay, so you made $1 million today. Okay. And you're going to spend it tomorrow. What remains? Nothing. It's just money. But if you made something that everybody remembers, that memory is priceless. Maria Grazia Curie left no memory behind. Maybe skid marks, but no memory. What you think about JW Dior? Stanley, I am not impressed so far. I have seen like the first teaser images and I'm like, yeah, no, girl. But let's see. You know, we will judge once we've seen a couple of collections. You know, Lyonne says, I wore chiffon skirts with boots, t-shirts, and leather jackets in the late 80s, so she just wasn't that interesting to me. 5 foot nothing. Oh my God, thank you so much, sweetie.
5 FT nothing tipped $100. Happy early birthday.
My little healing fairy from down under. Healing fairy. Let me put you here in the center. And I hope you heal super, super fast, you guys. And by the way, go subscribe to 5 Foot Nothing's YouTube channel. Amazing. Amazing channel. I'm really trying to write properly on this Camelia. It's so bumpy and wavy. Hold on, you guys. I don't want to make any mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Woo! Cha, we did it, Joe. Okay. Okay. You're in the center of the Camelia. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. And we still got 3 petals before we move on to the birthday panel or whatever you want to call it. You know, we'll go. So, thank you so much. Thank you, Kaz. All right. So that was the Maria Grazia Curie. Oh, the poverty. The poverty. Well, good riddance. You know how much I love Wendy Williams. She is an icon. She is a legend. And she will forever be the moment, at least for me. You see, that's how you enter into the memory of people. We will never forget Wendy Williams, and I do hope she gets her show back or some new show super soon. But in the spirit of Wendy Williams, we're going to do a little hot topic now. Yeah. And that was more Jasmine Masters, but let's do this. Steven says, all I see when I think, aha, is the Statue of Liberty, fainting. Yes. Sorry, guys, let me just see. I don't want to get any names wrong here. Okay. Doja Cat seems to be the top of the world, whether it be fashion-wise, whether it be music-wise. Everybody can hum or at least sing a couple of tunes of any given Doja Cat song. She's also available on TikTok, where she collaborates with other content creators, such as Terrie Jo. She used to call in quite often and have her little conversations with Terrie Jo, which is also always fun to watch. Or it was in the past. Now, apparently, Doja Cat also has a lot of fans. A lot of people love her very, very much, whether they be designers, musicians themselves, regular fans of all types, of all backgrounds, of all preferences. Matter of fact, there was a little encounter between Doja Cat and a fan just a short while ago. Let me share with you some of the pictures from the fan's TikTok account. So this is Pablo Tamayo. Pictures credit to Pablo Tamayo. This is Pablo Tamayo, and this is Doja Cat. By the way, Doja Cat is giving me major Pete Burns vibes in this picture. I mean, maybe not in this one, but I have a couple more pictures to show you. And like, the more we go forward the pictures, the more she reminds me of Pete Burns. By the way, I love Pete Burns. Anyway, may he rest in peace. So Pablo says, when Doja Cat likes your shirt, you give her your shirt. So here's what happened just a couple of days ago, apparently. Doja Cat was like, met this guy, I don't know, it was some red carpet or some event or something. He saw her, came to her, said, oh my God, I love you. She's like, oh, I love you too. Hi, hi, hi. She's like, I love your shirt. This was at a club, somewhere at an entrance of a club. She's like, I love your shirt. He's like, oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, I make them. Like, it's my design. I think it says like hot boys, kiss boys. And she's like, oh my God, I want one of your shirts. He's like, yeah, I can make you one. I can make you one. She's like, I want it now. He's like, okay, yeah. By the way, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Not rooted in any truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. Brown Bunny says, was it a gay club? Oh my God, escándalo. It could have been, it might have been, the devil is gonna get him. It's gonna get them all. We're all gonna burn in hell. But before we burn in hell, we gotta talk about the story first. Yeehaw! Okay, so she's like, I want that shirt now. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll take it off. And I shall give you the one that I have been sweating in, and you can have it. Okay, so he takes off the shirt, gives the girls a little thirst trap moment, if you're into that, I suppose. And she hugs the shirt. She's super smiley, super happy. Such a tender moment between an icon and a fan of an icon. And then the next picture, he hugs her. He's hairy. She's happy. Yeah, I want to say happy. She's kind of squishing the shirt. She's not really hugging him, but the next picture, she's saying again, thank you so, so, so much, holding it to her heart. This is like the body language of a person that is really grateful and enthusiastic, wouldn't you say? I would. This is how I would interpret the body language, especially in this next picture. Check this out. She hugs him again and lifts her leg and tries to hug him with her hands and with her thigh. She's hugging him. He's losing one eyeball. She's looking mighty, mighty fierce in this picture. This is the picture where I tell you she looks very much like Pete Burns from Dead or Alive. And I'm like, oh, what a tender moment. Isn't she awesome? You gotta love Doja Cat. Well, here's the plot twist. Wouldn't you know it? Doja Cat goes home. We don't know what happened in the club. We don't know what went down in the club, or up, if you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, she goes home and starts posting this to her social media. I threw that musty ass shirt away, by the way. This is Doja Cat on Twitter, or I don't know where she put it, I guess on Twitter. And yes, we're still calling it Twitter. And I'm like, girl. In the words of Luscious Massacre, don't do it, little girl. Don't do it, little girl. Don't you do it, little girl. And 41,000 views. Okay. And then she doubled down. Oh, she zipped it and she zit it again. Check this out. Doja, bottom line is, I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I F with you, and don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even effing know me. IYK. She pulled an IYK on him. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes. And he didn't even know my effing name. To be touching me and kissing me on my face like that is crazy. Okay, so let's go back to the photos because, so according to what Doja told us, she was not happy, but he's telling us she asked him for the shirt. Then and there. And he's like, I'll make you one. She's like, no, I want it now. Okay, so he's like, okay, here, I'll take it off. I'll give you mine. Let's see the next picture. So Doja Cat, were you faking the happiness here? The Nectarine Man says that TikToker be fame thirsty though, but this be super nasty from Doja. So Nectarine Man thinks that Pablo was a little bit also iffy. Yeah, I can see that as well. But I mean, so she was like not feeling comfortable. Does she look uncomfortable? Here, I could see how she might look uncomfortable because like he's squishing her like a lemon. Okay, he wants to make lemonade out of Doja Cat. Okay, but she not having it. But I don't know because then again, the fifth photo, the fifth one, it's the thigh for me. It's the thigh for me. And now she's hugging him as well. Now her arms are around him as well. It's this moment here that tells me, wait, she doesn't feel that uncomfortable. What am I missing here? I mean, I know it's 2025 and we're like, everybody's a mess and emotions are completely off the charts and we're all going bananas. Like, I get it. We've all lost the plot. I get it, people. We have all lost the plot. I get it. But have we gone so off the charts? Have we gone so off the charts of like body language that we no longer understand how to interpret body language? Because like, this doesn't give me she's feeling uncomfortable. By the way, he's openly gay. So he's not a straight guy trying to do something to her. You know, and he posted a response video to this saying like, hey, and he's gay and this and that. He would never want to harm a lady and never want to make a lady feel uncomfortable. So just for the record, it's not like this was some straight dude, you know, doing something. Linda Nolasco says, she's old enough to know better and speak up for herself. If you felt uncomfortable, no excuses, says Linda. Akulu says also, Doja Cat is a Libra. To be honest, typical fake behavior from that sign. No sign slander, just truth. I love my Libras too, says Akulu. Mitra K says she changed her consent retrospectively. Girl, it doesn't work that way. Nectariman says, oh. Nectariman is delivering some tea. He used to Uber Eats in LA and TikToked when he delivered to Kylie Jenner outside her front door. Oh, I see. Allegedly. I'm just reading your comments, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. So Mr. Pablo was... I see. Well, maybe Doja Cat came back home, found out who he really was, and then she was like, But even then, she should have been more honest and said, I see what you've done with Kylie Jenner. You're not going to do it with me. You know what I mean? Gloria says, I think she might have gotten embarrassed. Why, I have no idea, but she is now backpedaling. But it looked like a joyous meet and greet. Josiah says, is this working in that guy's favor, though? Yes, because Doja Cat apparently got huge backlash for what she posted. And apparently, she lost a ton of followers after she posted what she posted. So it seems like the netizens of the world are teaming up with Pablo, not so much with Doja Cat. So what do you guys think? Who's in the right here? Who's in the wrong? Doja, don't do it, little girl. Bye. Let me know down below and subscribe. Can you believe? Mitra K says, I want to be that joyeuse to meet some rando. Oh, Mitra K. Branderson says he should make a new shirt with that tweet. Branderson, you won't bone yesterday. You got the nose for business. Maybe she doesn't want attention like this to continue from fans, says Grant. Well, but then, yeah, okay. There's ways and ways of saying it, though. You know what I mean? Look, nowadays we're all on the spectrum anyway. You know what I mean? No excuse. Yes, Pao, my dear, elegant, and affluent ladies, what an amazing live stream. Thank you, Pao. Hi, Ollie. ¿Qué tal, nena? Anyway, yeah, she didn't need to cry wolf. I agree with you, Mitra K. Yeah. Akulu says, this is my happy place. Sipping my tea, surfing the web, and listening to Dacob. A period. So, you guys, what do you know? We filmed a topic. It's been a while, but I think we managed to get through a topic. Debbie, how are we doing with trolls? It seems like it's peaceful. No, we don't have many haters. Usually the haters come after we post the video, because in the comment sections, they think they have more liberties. Little did they know. The tea is brewing, honey. Yes, and we got more topics for you. So yeah. The Barneys department store has closed down. Little girl. a while ago. Barney's department store closed down, little girl. But it's coming back. And also Linda Evangelista in an interview just a couple of weeks ago, what was it, Vanity Fair, something on YouTube. She gave an interview. She said she misses Barney's. And anyway, Barney's is coming back in a TV show. Apparently, they're making a TV show about Barney's. Just like in Australia a couple of years ago, they did that TV show Ladies in Black. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved the first season very much. Actually, not the first season, the movie. Wait, was it a show or a movie? Well, now it's a show, but it used to be a movie. Was it a movie? Yeah. Ladies in Black was a movie, and the movie did really well, so then they made a TV show out of it, I think. Because I've watched both. So I don't remember if it was 2 TV shows or 1 movie, 1 TV show. Well, anyway, Australian movie/TV show, Ladies in Black. Loved it to bits. The movie was amazing. And Ladies in Black is a great movie. So now they're going to do something like that, but for Barneys of New York. So I'm looking forward to watching that TV show if and when it comes out. And, oh my God. So let's do a little Labubu. Let's film this one just quickly. Oh, Josias, thank you so much. Josias, New York.
Josias, New York tip $10. The only person I trust on YouTube allegedly? Lol.
Thank you, Josias. Very kind of you. Oh, wait, Josias, New York, long name. I got to give you the big pedal. You're going to get a big pedal. Yeah, because it's a big name. Oh my gosh, wait, I gotta bend the pedal. The pedal. And here we go. Thank you, Josias. Wait, you're right there, babes. Babes. Oh my God, the Camelia is almost full, you guys. Thank you so much. So, where was we? Is this thing gonna work? No, Josias, I did the whole thing. You got the big pedal. Where was I? Ah, yes. Yeah, let's do a Labubu background. Well, it seems as though the Labubu craze is getting a little bit out of hand. We're at a point now in time where, well, Cher, the singer Cher, is wearing Labubus. Actually, she is wearing this one from version 3. So cute, the blue one, on her little bag while she's, going around town. Madonna got a Labubu as well. But you see, this is the difference between Cher and Madonna. Madonna always has to have the rarest, the best, blah, blah, blah. Back in the 90s, when the Blythe dolls were having a huge resurgence, this is a doll from the 70s, huge eyeballs, creepy heads, were available for a short period of time. You could change their eye colors. And the parents did not like those dolls. They were too creepy. So Mattel took them off the market. I think it was Mattel, maybe Hasbro. No, they were Kenner, I believe, back in the day. Well, anyway, they had a huge resurgence in the early 90s. Madonna, of course, had to have one, thousands of dollars. She had custom-made dresses for her Blythe doll. And of course, now that the Labubu craze is coming, Madonna can only put the secret Labubu on her bag, of course. So she has a have a seat brown secret Labubu on her bag. And once Madonna starts wearing something, the trend is over. Sorry, Madonna, but Madonna, when Madonna starts a trend, because she thinks she started a trend, the trend is over, basically. Madonna's always late to the game. Don't think for a second that Vogue was something she started, because she didn't, okay? It's the Black community of New York that started voguing. Madonna just made it mainstream. Madonna was a little bit late to the game with the Labubus, but at least Cher had the decency of just, taking a regular Labubu, not a secret one. She just put a regular Labubu on her bag. But Madonna, no. Madonna needed to have the secret Labubu because she's, Jesus. Okay, anyway, but it's a whole, look, I still love my Labubus even when, and I hope they're not going to be a trend anytime soon because I really love them. And I wish they were not a trend so that I could easily get them. But this video is more about the fact that the craze has gone so beyond any reasonable levels. You know that the Labubus are made in China. So then China, Pop Mart of China, ships them worldwide, depending on wherever they have Pop Marts in the world, and then people buy them. There are also Pop Marts in China, for sure. But here's the news, you guys. And by the way, everything I say in this video, of course, is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Thumb up the video and subscribe. So here's what we'll go. So where's these Labubu? Here's the little, this is my favorite one from the version 3, the little purple one. And they're adorable. So we'll go. So apparently, there is such a huge shortage of these little creatures in China that the scalpers and the collectors and the resellers, child, I'm losing fur. They can't buy them in China. So they go abroad. So they go to America, they go to Europe. They try to buy as many Labubus as possible to then take them back to China, where they then resell them at a marked up price. Like, this is insanity. The Labubu is made in China. It's sent abroad. The Chinese travel to get the Labubu abroad to bring it back home, baby. Except another plot twist. Chinese import tariffs. The customs authorities are cracking down on the Labubu, on these Labubu pushers. So the Labubu pushers are now being caught at the border, and allegedly, Chinese authorities have issued an official statement telling people, hey, if you're traveling abroad, please don't bring Labubus back with you. Because you're going to end up in jail. Because apparently they bring way more Labubus than they're allowed to bring in terms of like what customs allow you to bring, like without declaring it to customs. You know how it is with customs. There's always like a limit of how much you can import something for your private personal use. And then if it's above a certain price range of import, then you have to declare it to the authorities when you're coming back home, to the custom authorities, and you got to pay customs. So apparently a lot of people have been caught full suitcases. Yeah, guys, we're talking the entire freaking suitcase full to the brim. No clothes, nothing, just Labubus. So the customs authorities in China, yeah, Labubu traffickers, baby. They're trafficking Labubus. They're like, your suitcase is full of Labubus. That is more than whatever, that exceeds the worth of the minimum that you're allowed to import without declaring tariffs, taxes, customs, blah, blah, blah. So people are ending like handcuffed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting handcuffed at your airport when you're flying back home by customs authorities because you're trafficking Labubus? It boggles the mind. But it is entertaining and especially funny to know that they've issued this statement telling people, hey guys, please don't like bring back home Labubus because we will find you. And you will end up in jail bringing back too many Labubus. I'm like, I just watched a meme video the other night as I was, scrolling through memes because I couldn't fall asleep. And somebody posted something really interesting saying like, I can't believe this is 2025. Like Like, please, 2025, stop toying with my emotions. I am emotionally crippled at this point because, like, I scroll, like, one meme, it's like little tiny panda baby sneezing and the mother panda screams, and then I scroll and the next one is the end of the world because somebody's gonna, throw a bomb somewhere else, and I get all scared, and then I scroll again, and then the next one is the unboxing of a Labubu, and here's a tutorial how to make the eyes more glittery and sparkly, and you go, oh, sparkly, glittery Labubu eyeballs. Yes, they do have glitter in them, by the way, you see. There you go. You see the little glitter in the eyes? And then you scroll, and then the next one is like, the whole family perished because the water in the pipes was poisoned by lead poisoning. And then you're like, oh my God, there's lead poisoning. And then you scroll again, and then like, look, my little chickens hatched. And then you're like, yay, the little miniature you know that one guy who has the huge bulge and is like, oh, disgust. And then you're like, what just happened to me? I'm seeing cute little chickens hatch, and then this guy like just comes in front of the screen with the bulge really heavy. And I was like, I was enjoying the little chickens, and now I have disgusting. And then I scroll away really quickly, and then I see little tiger family in the zoo, and they're very happy, and the tiger mama got a new baby, and it is so cute. Then I scroll again, the next one, it's like, again, a cataclysm, a tsunami, he hit a whole place, the whole village has been decimated, an airplane crashed. And I just thought, this is so on point. This is exactly what our lives are at the moment. Like, the second you go on social media, you are going to go through an array of emotions. You're going to go from happiness to fear to exuberance, being ecstatic about something, fearful, angry. Well, then there's the clickbait, then there's the thirst traps, then there's the rage baiting. And that person said, social media is definitely the reason why our democracy is dying, because we are losing it. And I do believe, as much as I love these little monsters, I do believe that the Labubus are also partially, I don't want to say the cause, I don't want to say the symptom, but this Labubu craze is one of the results of where we have come in our society. And the fact that they look like monsters and that they're like evil but also super cute, this is exactly what I was trying to get to. If you connect the dots, read between the lines, scrolling through all of those different emotions, different scenes on social media, from happiness to fear to rage to sexuality to all that stuff. That's the Labubu is the symbol of all of that. This is our world in 2025. This kind of creepy monster that has this piranha-looking mouth, but cutesy, innocent, but evil, but good, funny, fluffy, safe, but dangerous. This is the depiction of social media. This is our world, you guys. This is 2025. Let me know your thoughts down below. Good luck, Madonna, trying to get the secret Labubu from version 3. Subscribe, thumb up the video. Thoughts down below. Love you loads. Bye. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? Anyway, I needed a video for Totally Dacob, but I thought this topic would be interesting for that, so I just filmed it. Okay. What you want? Let me tap it as filmed. Good. Piranha. I love when you say that. Thank you, Gloria. Debbie wants me to say piranha. I'm not going to say piranha, and I'm not going to say tortilla. I'm not going to say tortilla. And you know it's piranha. You know it's piranha. Diva on a Budget says, honestly, I live for your comment because I'm in so much pain. I needed that joy and laughter. To Mitra K. What did Mitra K say before that? Let me scroll up. Huge bulge. I'm here for it. What you watching, Dacob? Algorithm knows. Yes, so I can tell you, He pops up sometimes. Well, this is because Mahora, okay? Because Mahora sends sometimes the weirdest. Mahora sends those videos, okay, from Instagram, and so that messes up my algorithm. So, what's the name of the guy? You know who I'm talking about? That one guy who has those Munchkin chickens, those little poor quails. I think he has quails. There you go. Debbie says it. It's all his fault. No, we love you, Mahora. We're just joking. Sarah S says, I've given myself over to Labubu. It's okay. I know it's a cult at this point. You know what I'm talking about? That that guy who lives on a farm. He's a farmer boy. You know the type. You know the type. Muscle and all, and raising little tiny Munchkin chickens. And he always gets you with the little Munchkin chicken, and you think to yourself, oh, cute. And then before you know it, a bulge just hangs in the middle, and you're like, what the hell just happened? So yeah. Ooh, so anyway, I don't know his username, but anyway, is it quails? Tiny birds, little tiny birds. Of course, if you go into the comment section underneath those videos, everybody's saying like, I didn't see any bird. Everybody's like, wait, was this video about a bird? Because like nobody saw the bird. And like, I'm the only idiot who saw the bird. I saw the bird. I saw the Munchkin chicken. Mitrake, I don't know the name. I wish I knew. It's somebody knows the name. Somebody, maybe Debbie can find it again. And Kev says, and the bird. Yeah, well, and the eggs and all, and the whole pack. Yes, Nat, the squirrel guy as well. Yeah, we had a topic about the squirrel guy a couple of months ago. They took the squirrel away from him. Yeah. Oh, Nat. No, yeah, definitely. Okay, so Nat, look at Nat. It's the honesty of the fashion bunker. Bless our hearts. We are all ratchet here in the bunker, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Nat says, I used to watch a squirrel guy for a bulge. Now I need a new one. Well, Nat, I got news for you. There is another guy. Instead of a squirrel, he has Munchkin chickens and a bulge. So there you have it. And hi, PT. Hello, SD. Loving the fit. Thank you, sweetie. And yes, Mitrake says, attention to details. Dacob, you always see the chickens. Yes, I do. Little teeny tiny chickens. They're very small. They're actually, well, quails or something. I know Kev knows who it is. Kev, you also got the mind in the gutter. I know you know who it is. Oh, Mitrake. Oh, it's big. Very, very big. Because you see, that same content creator is available on Twitter. And you know what that means. On Twitter, you see the stuff you don't see on Insta. So anyway, let's just say on Twitter, there's way less chickens. Way less chickens. Yes, Shelly. Shelly Men's knows her bulge. Is it Fathom Farms? That's the one. That's the one. Look at Shelly. Look at Shelly coming out of the gutter just to tell us the name of the bulge. Yeah. Look at Shelly. Way to go, Shelly. You go, girl. Don't do it, little girl. Oh, Fat Hen Farms. Thank you, Shelly. There you go. Shelly came out of the gutter just to help the thirsty fashion bunker folk. Just to help the thirst, to help quench the thirst. Speaking of thirst, Queen Camilla in the house. Here's to Charlie. Let me quench my thirst for Charlie. Oh, Branderson. I'm afraid we're going to lose Branderson because Branderson is going to start searching for the birds. And I think Branderson, well, look, maybe you'll finish up quickly and you'll be back in a minute. And you're welcome back anytime, honey. Have fun. You're welcome. Enjoy the chickens. Enjoy the chickens. There you go. Oh, okay, Brandis is so many of my followers already know about him, darling. Oh, okay, so you know. Okay, so you know. So you know. Okay. So, Nat, you went to check out. Yes, there you go. There you go. Nat says, OMG, the chicken bulge ratio is right. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, where was we? We was very ratchet, very, very ratchet. You know what? I think this ratchetness warrants. I think to stay on topic, we have to talk about Pharrell Williams and Louis Vuitton. Wouldn't you agree? Because I think we've reached a level of, you know what I mean. We have touched rock bottom. Might as well go even deeper. Might as well talk about another scandal. So let's film this, because like we'll go. This is so sad. I mean, yeah. Hold on, I'm just preparing the picture. This is so sad, you guys. Pharrell Williams at Louis Vuitton. Like, it never ends. They're getting sued, you know, left side, center, right, because copying here, copyright infringement there, plagiarism here, plagiarism there. You win a little, you lose a little. We've talked about this so long on my channel, many different instances where Louis Vuitton / Pharrell Williams were called out for allegedly having copied or plagiarized works of other artists / and or designers. And some of them have taken them to court. Another day, another scandal with Louis Vuitton and Pharrell. And here's another one for you. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Subscribe, thumb up the video. Here goes. We have an artist in this case. So a new collection just launched a while ago. Louis Vuitton collection. Pharrell Williams is the artistic director behind it, where they printed on canvas pieces, on the Louis Vuitton LV monogram canvas pieces. They printed scenes for the summer season, water, beach vibes, like everything's like painted looking, with then little tiny miniature human beings painted in high detail on these big canvases. So let me show you a picture. Courtesy of credit to Louis Vuitton or whoever posted the picture. No, Reddit. Courtesy, credit to Reddit. So this is an example of a passport holder that Louis Vuitton just released for like pre-spring summer or main spring summer collection. So you see what I mean? Like, so the picture is Just a Moon from Reddit. Picture is from Just a Moon on Reddit. So there's like kind of water vibe. And then you have these little tiny little prints, like tiny little paintings of human beings chilling in the water, you know? And so there's a whole collection with these. Like there's also a version of these little tiny human beings on a sandy, beachy background or on a green grass background. So Pharrell okayed this collection. Except when it launched, people started realizing that it looks mighty similar to a certain artist's artworks. Let me show you the next picture. Exhibit A. Now this photo is credit to the artist himself who painted this painting and took the photo and posted it to his Instagram, the artist being Werner Bronkhorst or Werner Bronkhorst, depending how you want to pronounce it. This is his artwork. So yeah, And by the way, I'm showing you these two examples, but like he has like his whole artwork is built out on doing this stuff, like doing these like really thick strokes of paint. In this case, the blue paint like mimics water and waves, but it's like a really thickly, he applies paint very thickly. That's his shtick. And then on top of the paint, once it dries, he paints really in minute detail these little tiny miniature people, right? So that's his kind of thing, this contrast between macro and micro. So he does this with blue, with waves. He does it with sandy beaches, with green, all the colors, with all different types of people doing activities in miniature form. So it's not that he just did one thing like this in blue. No, that's his whole shtick. He's famous for doing that. He does it in all colors and all variations possible. And Louis Vuitton did it as well now this season. And they didn't ask him apparently because in another place, and again, allegedly everything, of course, because you never know. You got to be careful online with like when you read articles like, oh, the person claimed that they said this or that. I did read that he was told by somebody, by one of his fans, hey, did you see what Louis Vuitton did? And then apparently he replied yes. And then they said, like, are you going to take legal action? And then apparently he responded something to, and I'm paraphrasing here, something to the effect of like, he's on it. But here's the thing. This is not the first time that Louis Vuitton is being called out for doing something like this. Like, when are they going to learn? Or is it, or has it come to the point where it's not about learning from your mistakes and bettering yourself and not making the same mistakes over and over again? Like, it seems like we've come to the point where they've done it so many times. Like they are being called out, it feels like several times every season for different things that they have allegedly appropriated. It's like so much at this point that I'm thinking like they don't care. It feels like, well, we're billionaires. We're a billionaire brand that has a ton of money. So, maybe they're just thinking, oh, you have a problem? Sue us. See how far it gets you. It's giving me that arrogant vibe of a multi-billion-dollar brand just squishing and squashing artists who are working really, really hard to develop their own brand, their own identity. And it's really hard to make it on the art market nowadays. You know what I mean? Like to have a recognizable style, a recognizable signature, like Werner has. It's not easy, and he has a lot of followers on Instagram, like hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. So like he's popular, okay? And he's probably also selling his paintings for a lot of money. So it's not like, he worked really hard as an artist to develop his brand. And then comes a multi-billion-dollar corporation and just says, oh, that's cute. Let's print it on our wallets. And you never ask the artist for permission? I don't know. It just feels off to me. Like, I get it that maybe legally you can get away with it because, like, they made it different enough so that it's inspired by but not copying. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't sell wallets. He doesn't sell small leather goods. He sells paintings. He sells artworks. So it's not like Louis Vuitton is technically taking away from his market. By this, I mean, it's not like Louis Vuitton is also making the same exact paintings and selling them as paintings in galleries, which would then be competition to him. He doesn't sell wallets and SLGs. He sells paintings. So technically, they're not competing. But still, I feel like there has to be some form of accountability. Now, I'm not saying, oh, well, he should win in court or if he's going to sue them or not, or if they should win in court or whatever. But I think like some decency, like he came up with this idea of this particular visual. So at least have the decency to, I don't know, ask his permission or like be like, hey, we want to do something cool. Like we're going to shout you out. Would you give us permission to use this idea? And then we're going to write your name on the wallets. Like, so whoever buys these wallets is going to read your name. And your name will be on a Louis Vuitton product. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different ways you can go about this without just appropriating something, not even asking for any permission, for any opinion, just whatever, just walk over dead bodies to get what you want. I don't like this attitude. Like, you have to have some form of at least conversation with a person whose work inspired you so much to almost like copy it one-to-one. Because let me go back to the passport holder. I mean, you guys, come on. Can it be more obvious? I don't know. Am I crazy? To me, this is obvious. Grant says, to me, I'm completely unfamiliar with the artist, but don't see this design as really original. I feel like this has been done by others too. Except it's not a design. This is design when Louis Vuitton does it. What he did is art, not design. So there's a big difference between art and design. But the problem is that art and design, the borders are getting thinner and thinner, and this is why these appropriations happen more often, right? Because certain artworks have become also very easy. I'm not saying that Werner's artwork is easy. No, it looks really complicated, especially the little intricate details of the little people he paints. But anyway, the Nectarine Man says, a small creator makes something even remotely similar to the Louis Vuitton monogram. They get hit with the full force of the law because Louis Vuitton LVMH comes after them with a cease and desist. But when Louis Vuitton rip off a small creator, then that's fine. So unfair. I completely agree with you, the Nectarine Man. Evan Doosan says, and by delaying, they're running up the bill for the plaintiff. No big deal for them, but can be a very big deal for an individual artist that has to pay a lot for their lawyer fees. Yes, that's also very, very, very tricky and can cost a lot. Can cost a lot. Yeah, Mitrake says, too much effort, Dacob. Who has the time for that? This is unfortunately the world we live in. Yeah, very sad. Very, very, very sad. Pao says, oh, mon Dieu. The Pharrell Williams sassiness. Well, the audacity, I would say, more than, I don't find him sassy at all. The audacity, however, So, yeah. Terrible. Terrible. For me, this is so much more obvious than the last scandal with the pullover. I'm shocked, says Larissa. Let me show you again the picture. Werner's painting. Y'all. I mean, Josiah says they have artists in the stores doing paintings all the time on canvases, on canvas pieces. Why not just hire him? Well, he would cost, I think, more because he already is popular and famous and he has a specific style. You know, he's not just some rando who knows how to paint and you hire them to retouch the cherries on your canvas. You know what I mean? Like they probably just don't want to pay. And this is another thing. I'm like, why are you going so cheap, Louis? You're asking us for so much money for your pieces, but then you go cheap on us. You're like, oh, no, but we don't want to pay properly. But, oh, please. Let me know your thoughts down below. Is this okay or not? Do we see a similarity or we don't? Should he sue or not? Let me know down below. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Love you loads. Bye. The audacity. What can I tell you? The audacity. Okay, so we did that. Then we have, oh my God. Okay, here's another topic for you. I mean, we can film it. I don't know if I can squeeze 8 minutes out of this one, but let's try. So here's the thing. I think Chanel has reached like a new low at this point. I don't know. So they have this new thing now where they invite some of their clients into their fashion boutiques to offer them something special. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Okay, so thumb up the video and subscribe. So people have started posting to social media, like super excited. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. It seems like people are also very misinformed about what they're being offered. But anyway, let me explain to you what's happening. So Chanel is contacting some of their better clients. I guess if you spent over a certain amount of money, they have this special thing for you. Now, they've done something similar in the past. Let me tell you what they used to do in the past, and they still do now. If you spend over a certain limit, and I don't know, because with Chanel, as they were growing exponentially during the lockdown years, they were earning a ton of money. Their price increases were ginormous to become a VIP client in their loyalty program, which they never disclose to you how much you need to spend to go up in tier. But then they have, they're like VIP client, elite client, VVIP, whatever. They have all these different levels. And if you reach a certain level of spending, which used to be over $150,000, I think, in a season or something like that, then they would invite you, which was like one of the highest levels of prestige. They would tell you, you are now invited to come to 31 Rue Cambon and to visit Coco Chanel's apartments. And you get to not choose, but kind of you get to be allowed to purchase the little black jacket custom made for you. And it's a full package experience, costs a ton of money. The price keeps going up. I don't even know. A little black haute couture jacket by Chanel back in 29 used to cost like $10,000 or 10,000 euro. Now it's like 50,000 or 40,000, depending on which tweed, what material. It's insane. But you get to go to 31 Rue Cambon to see the apartments. They measure you and they make the jacket just for you. It's like a special experience that you get as a customer, as a prêt-à-porter customer that has spent a certain amount of money. Very different story for haute couture customers. Okay. So Chanel used to do this in the past, and, I think they still do. But now that their numbers have gone down, and we've seen this recently in another report that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I think I did in a live stream, that their numbers are going down. Their earnings are going down. They dipped, and they haven't dipped in years. Now they dipped. And so now what are they doing? We've heard the stories of them firing workers. They're kind of minimizing stuff. They're, how do they call it? They always find these like really beautiful names for terrible things they're doing. For their price increases worldwide, they found this gorgeous terminology. They call it price harmonizing. So they call it price harmonization. I'm like, call a spade a spade. You upend the prices, it's a price increase. You're making it worse for the customer. Don't make it sound like it's all cutesy and nice. We're harmonizing prices worldwide. Girl, call a spade a spade. So, just like LVMH, when they fire somebody, they don't say we're firing you. They use this disgusting terminology. They say we are promoting you outwards. You are being promoted outwards. In other terms, we're kicking you out of our company. But we're not going to say it like that because it sounds so ugly. So we are promoting you outwards. So anyway, so Chanel now is, since they're not earning as much money as they used to, right? And of course, they're making everything cheaper. Their shopping bags are made out of this weird pulp paper that disintegrates if it gets wet. I'm like, come on, you're making stuff cheaper. Call a spade a spade. Your shopping bags used to be better quality. Now, for the sake of greenwashing, allegedly, and stating that you want to be more climate friendly and sustainability is a thing, now we're making these bags that are recyclable. I'm like, there are ways of making recyclable bags, and there are ways of making sustainable bags in a luxurious, durable quality. But you don't. You make them as cheap as you can, as cheap as possible, but you don't admit that you're trying to cut costs on those bags. Instead, you're selling us the cheapening of the bags as if it were we're working for the sake of the environment. Please sell that crap to somebody else. So people have been, filmed or running through the rain with their Chanel shopping bags that disintegrate the second they get wet, and everything they bought at Chanel for a lot of money just falls out on the street and gets wet or damaged. If you bought a perfume bottle, it can fall on the cement street and crack and break. Can you imagine? Terrible. So now their newest shtick is this. If you have spent enough and you're a good client, I wonder what the minimum is for that. They invite you to offer you to make your own pair of slingbacks shoes. Maybe even ballerinas, but I think it's a slingback, either with a lower heel or with a standard heel. You know, the classic Chanel slingback. So now they're selling you this option of like, look, you can come in to the Chanel Pret-à-Porter boutique if you are invited to make your own pair of shoes. And it's a little bit like when Hermes allows you to come in and create your own wish bag, where you get to compile the leather color you like and the type of leather you like. However, the amount of colors and the amount of materials is limited. You know, Chanel tells you to come in, and then they give you a catalog with swaps of colors and swatches of colors and swaps of materials. And then you get to choose like, oh, I would like this tone of red, which Chanel offers you. And I would like this tweed. And you choose it from the amount of tweeds that they offer you. Massaro, who does Chanel's haute couture shoes, is behind this production for these custom-made shoes for you. And you get to do the combinations, like I want the heel to be done in this tweed, I want the tip of the slingback to be done in black, I want the interior leather, like kind of bit of the sole to be pink, whatever. But there is a limited amount of colors and materials that you can choose from. This is not a unique one-of-a-kind shoe. They don't make it to the size of your foot. You choose a size. You choose a size, one of the pre-given sizes. That shoe is not made to the mold of your foot. And you don't get to come into Chanel and sit there and say, yeah, none of the colors you're offering me is what I want. I brought my own color. I would like you to do this specific color that I brought you. And I have developed my own pattern of tweed, and I would like you to make the upper of the shoe in this tweed that I'm bringing. They're going to look at you and be like, girl, you wish. You can choose what we got here in the catalog for you, and that's it. See? So it's kind of an illusion of doing a one-of-a-kind shoe just for you because there's a limited amount of variations. But many customers are reporting, super happy that they were invited to do this, and they're saying, oh my God, it's like a couture experience because like I'm making my own one-of-a-kind shoe. I'm like, that's not a one-of-a-kind shoe. You're falling for the illusion that it is, but they're giving you the options. You are limited within those pre-given options. You're not free to design anything. You're only free to combine the options they already gave you. That is not a one-of-a-kind shoe. Okay. But of course, they charge you more for it, obviously, than if you were just to enter and buy a freaking slingback at Chanel. So here's the thing. Nader says, I was invited to that recently. It was with Maison Massaro. Yeah, I just said that earlier. It's with Massaro. But could do a bespoke shoe of many different styles. Exactly. You can do many different styles, but there's a limitation. You have a set of colors, a set of materials, and that's it. You can't go outside of that. You see what I mean? So it's not bespoke, really. They're giving you what they want to give you. They just let you mix and match a little bit. So it's not an haute couture experience where you get to design your own colorway and your own material and your own, if you want to tweed, your own design of tweed. Yeah, it's bespoke-y or bespoke-ish, exactly. But so this is what I have a problem with. If this is a luxury experience, don't get me wrong, I think it's really nice that they offer this special little thing, you know, like you get to play around with the shoe and then they have a little tablet and you can click on the color combinations and they build the shoe for you digitally. So you even get to see it before it's made. It's like Build-A-Bear. It's like Build-A-Bear. You go in and they have a limited amount of, okay, you can do this, you can do that. You click through Build-A-Bear, they have screens in the Build-A-Bear shops, and then you make your own freaking bear or whatever plushy animal that they have on offer at that moment. And, but you get just a regular slingback or a regular shoe that you can buy in the Chanel boutique already, but for a huge surcharge. So I find that scammy. Oh, Nader says, but prices for men's shoes started at Canadian $11,400. The price was just, bruh. Yeah, that's insanity. So 11,400 Canadian dollars, that's like, is that like 5,000 US? You guys, I mean, and this is where, oh, it's 8,000 US dollars. Now, to put things in perspective, a regular Chanel slingback starts at around about $1,200, right? Like $1,000, then depends on what material it is. It can go $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, but not $8,000. But they charge you $8,000 for what? It's the same mold, the same shoe that you can get without the bespoke treatment in their boutique. Different colorway, maybe, yeah, but the same shape. A slingback is a slingback. But because they give you that illusion that you're doing a one-of-a-kind thing, they surcharge you a couple $1,000s. And this is where I find it scammy, quite frankly. I'm sorry, Chanel, but this is what I find scammy. I personally find that scammy. Exactly, Kev. I was going to get to that point. Kev says Hermes doesn't charge more for their special ordered bags. Exactly. So, co-host here, the Birkin. If Hermes lets you do a special order bag and you get to say, I want the front panel to be, the pink color. I want Togo here. I want Epsom on the side. I want the handles a certain color. I want the interior to be a certain color. Like you get to do special order. They will charge you for the leathers and the combination of materials, but they're not going to charge you extra just because you're doing a special order. Hermes doesn't play those games. They're very, very honest. So, in other words, if Hermes tells you you're allowed to do a special order, and you go in and you say, I want the black Togo Birkin in 35, they will charge you the same price as if they had it in stock already. They're not going to charge you more just because they're doing a special order for you. But that's what Chanel is playing. Chanel is playing that game of making you feel extra special by, look, what we are allowing you to do here. So you get to order yourself a special little shoelet for $4,000 to $5,000 more than if you were to buy it already in stock in store. That to me is not luxury. That to me is scammery. It's not, it's vulgar. I'm sorry, it's just vulgar. Very, very vulgar. No. I don't like that idea. And the concept of it is just so... Nader, just one thing. Nader says the last maker was there from Asado and he measured each foot for it very thoroughly. Yeah. Measuring the foot very thoroughly is not making a mold of the foot, first of all. Yeah, I read. No, it's not the same mold. They do make a custom last for the shoe based on your feet, which is proper, but still the price is crazy. No, neither. Are you an haute couture client of Chanel? Because, let me tell you something. When you are an haute couture client of Chanel and you go to the haute couture show and you order a garment from their haute couture collection, you order the jacket and you order the skirt or the jacket and the pants from one of the looks of the show, what usually happens, and Massaro does their shoes, and those haute couture shoes are handmade and are made to measure. That's what haute couture is. It is measured to your specifications. Guess what Chanel does very, very often? Very often. You buy that outfit, usually they gift you the shoes. They're like, we're gonna drop in a pair of shoes as well, especially if you're like one of the first time haute couture clients. They treat you extra nice to get you to stick around longer. So what I'm trying to say here, charging you $8,000 for a shoe that they make you think is completely made to your measurements. By the way, measuring your foot like that is not there's more precise ways. You should do a mold of the shoe, of the foot, not just measuring it. But anyway, also, you have to make tests of pressure because one foot carries more weight than the other. You want to make a custom-made shoe for a person, you don't just measure the size of the foot. You measure how it balances on the floor. Do you carry yourself more on the left or on the right foot? How does it work with your hip? Some people have one leg that's shorter than the other. Those are things you have to take into consideration when you're really doing something custom-made for a person. And I would expect nothing less for $8,500. But you see, $8,500 is sometimes the price of an haute couture garment, depending on what it is. A very minimally made haute couture garment, because $8,500 is probably the most entry level of haute couture prices at Chanel. I don't know what you can get for $8,500 anymore at Chanel for haute couture. Maybe a scarf or something, but that's besides the point. There's a bug here. That's besides the point. My point is $8,500 for a pair of shoes that you got while you were invited to a pret-a-porter boutique, sipping a little wine while they're like measuring you and you get to combine the colors of the no. It's a cute gesture, don't get me wrong, but be honest about it. Like, yeah, we can do it. It's a fun little thing. If you have the money to burn, do it. But then charge me $3,000. You know what I mean? $3,000. That's already preposterous, but it's closer to the range of what your shoes generally cost. You don't charge $8,500 because the price of an haute couture pair of shoes when you are an haute couture client is not that high. So why would it be that high for a pret-a-porter client? Because they milk you for whatever you're worth, in my humble opinion, allegedly. So, no. This is why I feel like it's not working for me. I find it quite vulgar, and I feel like it's something that they're doing to try to maximize their profits. Because could you imagine? For a person that comes in and decides to buy a pair of shoes for $8,500 instead of buying a pair of shoes for $1,200. You see how much more profit they make off of you. Just by making you feel like you got something extra special because you got to click on an iPad to change the colors, and they show you a little catalog with the swaps and you get to touch the leathers and the tweeds. That's how you maximize your profits, and then some. So instead of having to sell 6 pair of shoes to reach their quota, now they only have to sell 1. That's how you do it. And this is also how you get to the point where the boutiques are not that full. because who can afford it? The ones that can afford it, they're the ones that they don't care if a pair of shoes is $8,000, $20,000, or $5,000. They don't care. But for Chanel, it's about, well, we don't have lines waiting in front of the boutiques because that's a little bit not a good image. We want to always give this allure of luxury, of space, of everything is so effortless. Part of that look and image of being effortless is not having crazy queues in front of a boutique every day. That is not a good image for a luxury shop. So that's all. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Thumb up the video, and I want to know what you think. Is this a good thing or a bad thing, what they're doing? Is it scammy-ish, or is it fabulous? The best thing that's ever been invented by a luxury brand? Let me know. Love you loads. Never give up on love. I would rather spend that much or more to work with Lesage on a truly unique tweet. That would be amazing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do too. But yeah. On another note, also speaking of Chanel, Leena Nair. Hi, Isaac Villanueva. How's it going, sweetie? Kev says Leena must be charging 9K for shoes because no one would spend that much on Chanel bags anymore. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Chanel is thinking. Hi, Lisette Sardelis at the ER vet. So happy to see you here, Dacob. I missed you, always thinking of you. For now, listening in low volume. Oh, Lisette, I hope everything is okay at the vet. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nader, they don't do a 3D scan, just saying it's not the same mold as ready-to-wear shoes. But again, the price is hard to swallow. Yeah. Oh, Sabrina, thank you so much, sweetie.
Sabrina tipped $5.
Sabrina, darling, let me add you to the Chanel Camelia, the handmade one. And yes, it is a real Chanel Camelia, one of those that they put on the shopping bag when you buy something in their boutiques. And I am using one of the white ones to write the names of everybody who sends a tip. It's just really hard. Hold on, you guys. When it gets to these petals that are so bent, I have to focus extra to not make any mistakes. There you are, Sabrina. And we got one petal left. That's just one petal in black. And then we have basically our camellia is ready. The third and last camellia. People are still spending crazy on Chanel bags in Vancouver. Netter says lots of crazy rich princesses and mistresses here. Vancouver, Canada. Yeah, here's the thing. Hi, Mr. POTUS. How are you, Dacob? Oh, I'm good. I'm good, sweetie. Thank you for asking. I hope you're good too. So yeah, Canada is a little bit late when it comes to these luxury things. It schleps a little bit behind Europe a couple of years. It schleps, you know. And I know that like the brands, of course, you can buy the current collections in a Chanel boutique. You can buy the current collections at Hermes. I'm not saying that Chanel delivers their collections 2 years late to Canada. No, I'm not saying that. It's about the intention. Like, I've noticed this in the past, like while Europe is already on a different vibe altogether, like there's a different energy in the air fashion-wise, like Canada, they get it 2 years later. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. But like a couple of years after, the zhuzh has passed. So that's what I mean when I say Canada schleps a little bit behind Europe. But So, you know, certain things that are considered, oh, the epitome of bouginess in Canada, they have like become a little bit cringe in Europe already. Like they were like super cool bougie 2 years ago in Europe. And then like Canada is now like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is like so cool now. But then like Paris is already like, oh girl, yeah, no. You know what I mean? So cute, but you know what I mean? Eh. No shade to Canada though. I love Canada. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about the fashion sense. It's a little bit schleppish behind Paris, at least behind Paris. Ollie said, thank you so much.
Lisette Sardelli's tipped $25. I am glad to see you in the live stream. I have missed you as your streams stay with me while working long nights.
Oh, Lisette, thank you so much, sweetie. Well, I'm back. And you get the last pedal on the Camilla. Lisette, double S, double T. Let me double S. Double T, baby. And a little heart as well. Oh my gosh, I gotta add the last E. Yeah, got it. And with that, we have officially Lisette, here you are. You're right here. Lisette. There you are, your name. And we have completed the fourth Camelia. Actually, next to Terrie, here next to the T, there's a little bit more space. Let me add a little heart just to fill in all of the empty spaces. Little hearts everywhere. There you go. I added 2 hearts to Terrie. Check this out. We got finally our final Camelia. Isn't it gorgeous? And this was the one we did before that. So our triptych, our trifecta is done. So we did the 3 stripes of purples and blues. And then we got the first one, which was the rainbow color. So wait, I'm going to put them on now. I'm going to put them on. Hold on. Let me just write the date of the last one, which is June 16, 2025. I always put a date on each one of them. So I signed them in the back. Okay. So, oh, this is adorable. Okay, let me do, you know what? I'm thinking of, I don't want to put all 3 of, should I do all 3 of them on the, yeah, okay, fine. Let's do it like that. Wait. So this is the latest one. And then this is the one we have done a couple of weeks ago. So this one was done on May 24th, 2025. So you see, good things take time. So it took us over a month. Yeah, almost a month, I want to say, to do 3 Camelias. But then again, I also, you know, I didn't stream for a while. So maybe, or should we put it here? Now, I kind of want it. No, you know what? Maybe it should go here. Or should we put it here? No, I think it's better. I like them to be, you know what? Maybe a little bit like under. Wait, hold on. It actually closes, yeah. So maybe a little bit like, you know what I mean? Like giving it, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna give them layer. We're gonna texture them. Okay, so am I gonna be capable of doing this by myself without a mirror? Oh, perfect. No, I need to pull it out a little bit more. Yeah, it takes the time it takes, you guys. Oh my gosh, wait, what did I do? Is it? Oh no, I meant, oops. I brought it even closer instead of further away. Wait, hold on. So we should do it. Oh my God, you guys, I always try to explain this. It's really hard to explain though. My control monitor is not mirrored. It's like true shape. So if I lift my left arm on my control monitor, it looks like I lifted my right arm. So it's not mirrored. So to get used to that is insane. No, I don't like this. It has to go higher. You see, it's the perfectionist in me. It has to be just right. And that's why I saw the Munchkin chickens before I saw the bulge. If you're telling me you're making a video about Munchkin chickens, yeah, I'm gonna look for the chickens. I'm gonna be that person. Exactly, Shelly knows. Oh my God, why is that Camelia always okay? Zen. We gotta be zen about this. And it has to go here. Okay, so I'm gonna go as far away as I can. That's right, Kev. It's the chicken with the eggs. Ah, we did it finally. Okay. Isn't this gorgeous? What do you guys think? Hold on, let me move the hair all to one side now. Oh man, now it's too far away. I give up. We're just gonna do it like that. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, no, these are really, really pretty. Slightly different design. I mean, all three of them are the same white base Camelias, but then we kind of decided a little other color patterns. And there you go. So I get to wear with pride. All of you guys who support the channel, thank you so, so much. Here you go. We'll go. So where were we? Ah, yes. Queen Camilla, here's to you. They look like lace from a distance. They do have a little bit of a lacy moment. Oh, by the way, today the after show is going to be for Tier 1 and Tier 2 members. So yes, we have 2 live streams today. So get ready. But before that, here's another little sad moment for you. I don't have a picture for you because I think they're all like photos taken by like one of those, what are they called? Copyright things. Brain fart. Join the after show. Become a Tier 1 or Tier 2 member. Today, after show is Tier 1 and Tier 2 members. Getty Images. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, brain fart. Totally forgot. Getty Images. So Getty Images, I think, owns the rights to all of those photos. So we'll go. But here's the tea. Here's the tea, you guys. This is so sad. So Chanel, basically, Leena Nair went to Buckingham Palace. Leena Nair went to Buckingham Palace to receive the CBE award from Prince William of Wales. Girl. They say Harper's Bazaar reporting. Harper Bazaar India, of course. It's Harper Bazaar India because Leena Nair, duh. They say she's a beacon of inspiration. Leena Nair has built a global reputation for progressive, human-centered leadership. In recognition of her outstanding contributions to the retails and consumer sector, Leena Nair, global CEO of Chanel, was awarded Commander of the Order of the British Empire by His Royal Highness Prince William, Prince of Wales. The investiture ceremony took place not at Buckingham Castle. It took place at Windsor Castle in the United Kingdom. They say that Nair is a beacon of inspiration who has built a global reputation for progressive, human-centered leadership, delivering holistic business impact for the long term. Under her leadership, Chanel has continued to drive its brand excellence, enhance client experience, and accelerate its sustainability commitments. The article reads. They say that Nair's futuristic vision and commitment to the overarching socio-cultural narrative led Chanel to significantly increase its funding to Fondation Chanel, one of the largest corporate foundations which impacts 9 million women and girls worldwide. How nice that Chanel is saving the world. They're saving the world, literally. Look at them. Chanel single-handedly saving the world.
Bring home the bacon.
There you go. The legacy brand has also set ambitious net zero targets, shaped cultural conversations through its Chanel Cultural Fund, and created a unique open innovation function partnering with academics and startups to envisage the future. Commenting on the accolade, here's what Leena Nair had to say. And we quote, "It is an honor to receive this extraordinary recognition. I am deeply grateful for the unconditional support of my family and for the wisdom and generosity of all the people at Unilever and Chanel. You can take the bacon out of Unilever, but you can never take the Unilever out of the bacon, apparently. I share this honor with all these wonderful people who have accompanied my career journey and shaped my values. I'm especially thankful to my amazing team at Chanel, to whom I dedicate this award. This inspires me to continue to lead Chanel with audacity and integrity and to strive to have a positive impact in the world." They say she was dressed remarkably for the occasion. Nair wore a violet Chanel haute couture tweed dress coat with haute couture sandals by Maison Massaro and a Maison Michel New Bonnie felt hat, a befitting image of power and inspiration. Except I was commenting about it with Kev the other day, and we were both of the opinion that she always looks like she's swimming inside of Chanel suits and jackets. They always look too big on her. They never fit properly. I wonder if they do that on purpose, if the ladies in the haute couture salons, if they kind of make the things fit slightly off just because. You know that fabulous way that the French can be shady. You know that fabulous French shadiness that only the French know how to do. It would not surprise me one bit if the haute couture salons made the fit just a smidge off. Just a smidge, so that, and this is a good instance where you should be using the term abbreviation IYKYK. Just so that IYKYK, if the haute couture salons did ya dirty, but you only know it if you understand haute couture. And methinks Leena is not really very versed in haute couture. So, the shade, the sophisticated shade that I believe, allegedly, the haute couture maisons slid in there. They did her dirty. Just saying, allegedly. To all my French people out there, I love you to bits. You know who you are, and you know how fabulously shady you can be. And I love that shade, by the way, because I think it's delicious. But YK. Yeah, 5'0" says, yep, of course. There you go. Akolu says, yep, amazing French shadiness. Corey Emerson says, I can almost promise they do that. Eva Unduza 900 says, I'd like to thank the little people. You know who you are. Yes, exactly. That's the Leena Nair attitude, right? Allegedly. Kev says she'll wear what they give her. Period, baby. Period. Corey says, I need to go and find a picture of this dress. Harper's Bazaar Inja. That's where the article is in, and that's where the pictures are as well. Robbie laughing. Akulu says, Leena, honey, you will not get this haute couture even if your name was haute couture, period. Nair's vision is, so the article continues, Nair's vision is to continue to ensure that Chanel has a positive impact in the world by championing freedom of creation. Excuse me? Championing freedom of creation? Is that why Virginie Viard left? Because she had all the freedom in the world to create her vision? Or did she leave because she did not get the freedom to create her vision? And why are we still not talking about the fact that you let a woman go from Chanel and now you hired another man? How is this empowering women? By championing freedom of creation, craftsmanship, and savoir-faire, and continues to shape what's next. Honey, the only savoir-faire I saw in that dress is how the haute couture salons savoir-faired the shade. And they delivered. Shelly Men says the color was okay for the jacket that Leena Nair was wearing at the ceremony, but it really did her no favors. It did her no favors. And the beret they gave her, they made that beret just a smidge too small as well for her head shape. That beret also did her no favors. The fit of that jacket and the beret, don't do it, little girl. Wait, I gotta hold on a second. No, because hi, Louie. Hold on. Kaz, check your DMs. And then let me know, because Kaz has also been in theater and in costume making, and so she knows. She's just like Virginie Viard, so Kaz knows. So Kaz, you check your, yeah, there you go, okay. And let me know, Kaz, what you think about the little beret and the little net, the little web, and then the whole jacket and the fit of the jacket. There's several photos in the article, and you can like see her from the front. You can see her from the side. Yeah, Gloria Recinos, it seems like she's doing Emily in Paris cosplay. Oh, the shoes are amazing, Robbie. Yeah, I agree. I love that shade of purple too. The shoes are really cool. I completely agree with you, Robbie. The shoes are really nice. Leanne says she doesn't want any female competition. That's what I think is going on as well. But she hides that, allegedly, under that kind of constantly repeating to the public, hey, I'm all about empowering women, unite women. Girl. 5'0". Okay, you saw the pictures? Awful. The beret's ridiculous, says 5'0". Yeah. Yeah, Ivan Dusan says, it's just the tiniest bit matronly. Yeah. Louis says, they did her dirty. And I'm here, Ferret. Corey says, I just looked at the suit. The tweet is from 2 seasons ago. Ah, Corey. Corey sprinkled in that extra tidbit of shade on top of the shade. So anyway, good luck to you, Leena. You know, good luck to you. Lovely, lovely, lovely little badge you got from the prince.
Chanel!
Lovely little trinket you got from Prince William. You know, lovely little trinket. And yeah, it looks like ready to wear, but in the article they say that it was haute couture, so. Maybe she told him it was haute couture, but it was prêt-à-porter after all. I don't know. Kev can tell us from which collection it was. I like the tweet, but not the suit. Well, I like purple, says Robbie. I love purple. Love, 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 love purple. Now, Chanel went an extra step forward, further. And you guys, it's just with Chanel, it never ends. Let's do another topic. I guess we're filming this one. I haven't been around for 2 weeks. I got to film a ton of topics, y'all. Kev says, at least she's got a nice souvenir when she leaves. Yes. She has a little trinket. Little trinket. Well, it's not. Just to be even more luxurious, Chanel has now started a brand new platform, and they call it the recycling platform, and they have named it Nevelled. Nevelled or Nevelled. What does it mean? We're gonna explain the whole thing here, but first, subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. The magazine Grazia Singapore issued an article written by Pamela Cambe entitled How Chanel's Recycling Platform Nevelled Will Transform Your Favorite Bags. But apparently not just bags, but also clothes and accessories. Now, I really don't know how they're going to pull this one off. Let me explain to you what Chanel just did here and what they announced and which new platform they have initiated. And then let's figure out just how much better or worse, allegedly, the products that we're going to buy from them are going to get. Chanel, there's always drama with Chanel. I don't even know anymore, you guys. So, the article says Chanel is going green. The French luxury brand has announced the launch of a new sustainable platform, Nevelled, which is dedicated to developing circular materials. Now, the second they put sustainable and circular materials in one sentence, you know they be bullcrapping us till the cows come home and then some. Allegedly. The name Nevelled, the person who invented this name should win the Pulitzer Prize. You guys. The name Nevelled combines the words never and old, which sums up Chanel's intention to create new materials by recycling used and waste textiles from its manufacturing processes. They're now going to combine the junk, put it in a trunk, and sell it for a marked up price under the guise of sustainability, allegedly. So Bruno Pavlovsky is mixed into this shenaniganism, and he says, we started by asking ourselves, what happens to the materials that don't make it into a final product? or those that reach the end of their first life, said Bruno Pavlovsky, president of fashion at Chanel, in an interview with Vogue Business. He goes on to say, at Chanel, we didn't destroy unsold products, but we also didn't yet have a real system to understand their full potential. Nevold is that system. I love how he says they didn't destroy the products that they didn't sell. Chanel, is this why you call back your perfumes and beauty products you don't sell? You call back even before it expires, like the soaps that you released last year, the little cube soaps that you released for the Chanel Chance Eau Fraîche. And you released them just a year ago, and they didn't all sell out. This year, I wanted to buy a new box for me because I bought one last year and I wanted the new one. And I was told from the Chanel beauty boutique staff that they were all sent back less than a year after they were released. The ones that were not sold were all sent back to be destroyed, probably, allegedly, right? And they do that with their sunglasses at Luxottica, allegedly. With the products that are not sold, do not tell me that you don't destroy which you don't sell. Because would you be ready to testify under oath in a court of law? Would you, Bruno? Would you? And also what he says, I love how, when Chanel invents terminologies like price harmonization, cute word to say, we're increasing the prices. Oh. So now when they say you buy a bag and top coat is all plasticky, we don't even know if it's really leather, and the pigment is not anymore in the leather, it's in the top coat, which is a plastic coat, and it starts peeling 20 minutes after you're wearing it, that shit is damaged. Poor quality. Instead of calling a spade, you say it so elegantly. We started by asking ourselves what happens to the materials that don't make it into a final product or those that reach the end of their first life. So the bag that I bought for $6,000, the 22 bag back in 2022, that started peeling 20 minutes after I started using it for the first time ever, bought new in the Chanel boutique. You can go check out my video. It's still on my channel, where you get to see me unbox the bag and where you get to see me cry about the bag because then I brought it back to Chanel. You call it the end of their first life. Such an elegant way of saying something fell apart because you didn't make it durable enough to last a lifetime. So you don't say that something is poorly manufactured. Instead, you claim that it's meant to arrive to the end of its first life. Girl, it didn't even get a chance to live its first life, and it's already dead. So, through Nevold, Chanel will focus on recycling and renewing 5 natural materials: cotton, wool, silk, cashmere, and leather. These are the materials that are most used in Chanel's designs, the article quotes, states, which includes its ready-to-wear collections, haute couture, and most importantly, its leather goods. According to Pavlovsky, these materials are also becoming difficult to source in high quality due to factors like climate change and limited traceability. I see, Bruno. So the leather quality issues that we're experiencing with some Chanel leather goods, allegedly, is not due to you cutting corners in production, but you're claiming that climate change and limited traceability is the reason for the lower quality leather. And you can't do anything about it? Other brands can, though. How come you can't? Nevold is a major undertaking. Chanel has reportedly invested between 50 million and 80 million euro into the platform, which is helmed by Sophie Broca, the former CEO of the French luxury brand Patou. Nevold isn't a private initiative either. The circular platform will partner with other brands and companies in the wider fashion industry beyond the luxury sector to collect end-of-life materials, unsold merchandise, and material offcuts that can be used to develop recycled materials. And I thought to myself, how can you use a material that's already so crappy that it falls apart after just a couple of uses? It's like, how are you going to use that material? It's already so shitty. How are you going to save that, recycle that, and make something new out of something that's already falling apart? How? It begs the question, what does Nevold mean for the Chanel girl? For one, she can expect her tweeds to be more eco-friendly than ever. Ladies, all of your alarm bells should go off when you read this. Chanel has created a sustainable version of its signature fabric that is woven with both virgin and recycled fibers. And the French fashion house has already started using the material across its collections. I see. So they're maximizing profits, in other words. In the accessories department, Chanel will also start producing structural parts of its beloved bags and shoes out of recycled materials derived from waste leather. Aha. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They're literally admitting what they have been doing for a while now. And Jackie says, AKA, we added plastic. Yeah, but there's a twist coming because and the French fashion house has already started using the material across its collections. In the accessories department, Chanel will also start producing structural parts of its beloved bags and shoes out of recycled materials derived from waste leather, replacing parts that were previously made from plastic. So now they're kind of implying that the new parts are not plastic, but made out of recycled materials. You see how something is not working? Something is so sus here. According to Women Wear Daily, about 30% of Chanel handbags, 30%, and 50% of the brand's shoes already feature recycled components. How come they didn't tell us this sooner? How many years have they been doing this shtick? You know, because as far as I remember, when I used to buy a Chanel bag, it would say all new materials. And it would say like made of premium materials, like we didn't recycle anything to make this leather bag that you're paying $10,000 for. And it seems that they've already been doing this for a while. 30% of their bags and 50% of the brand's shoes already feature recycled components. That includes the brand's slingback pumps, whose heels are now crafted from recycled materials. That bit of news will delight. Look how they're, oh my God, this makes me furious. Look how they're messing with us. How they're trying to phrase it like it's a good thing. That bit of news will delight eco-minded shoppers who are vehemently against the use of plastic in fashion production. Pavlovsky told Vogue Business, "At the end of the day, we're quite happy to say that in a couple of years, we'll be able to have no plastic at all in our shoes and in our bags." That was the ultimate objective. He's telling us that they're not going to have any plastic in their bags? Okay, so Bruno, can you explain to me why every bag at Chanel that is leather seems like it has the thickest coat of a synthetic material on top that makes it look super plasticky, that cracks and peels off? And why are people working in the leather industry saying that now many luxury bags put the color of the bag into the synthetic top coat and not directly into dyeing the actual leather, which is why we see the cracking and the peeling? So how can you have the audacity to stay here and tell us that you're not going to have any plastics in your leather bags when without plastics your leather bags wouldn't exist? What am I missing here? It sure helps that Chanel will soon be led by a fashion designer who knows how to make sustainability chic. Mathieu Blazy was appointed as the Maison's artistic director in December 2024, and he will oversee Chanel's haute couture ready-to-wear and accessories collections. Lucky us. Previously, Blazy spent 3 years as creative director of Bottega Veneta. Yeah, I don't need to know all that. So anyway, they end the article by saying, hopefully Nevold will be steered in the same direction as Bottega Veneta was by Blazy. They say, at Bottega Veneta, Blazy also focused on creating products that are timeless. Really? I don't remember one single piece he made, but okay. Both in terms of design and durability. Upon Blazy's appointment at Chanel, Pavlovsky said in a statement, Blazy's audacious personality. Audacious personality? I didn't even know Blazy had a personality. His innovative and powerful approach to creation, as well as his dedication to craftsmanship and beautiful materials, will take Chanel in exciting new directions. I just got a headache having to deal with this topic. The amount of BS that I smell a mile away from this article. Girl, let me know down below what your thoughts are on this entire topic, because just when you thought you couldn't get more speechless, this leaves you even more speechless. Let me know down below. Thumb up the video, subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Love you loads. Never give up on love. Yeah, Kev, we shall name him Le Garbage Boy. I have no words. Oh, hi, Nay. Dacob, you look fab, by the way. Cotton Candy Bliss. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. Okay, I got an email. Hold on. Hold it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So am I allowed to read this email out loud? Okay, yes, okay. So we got an email. So I have to say everything's alleged. Hola Alvaro, allegedly everything, allegedly, we have to say. So, allegedly Chanel got busted destroying unsold product. Ah, Louis, remember for 54 months, tier 1, that yellow bottle is turning age, darling. Yes, honey. Thank you. It is aging, honey. But no wrinkles. So allegedly, Chanel got busted destroying unsold product. Huge, huge fine, massive. Allegedly. I gotta repeat 1,000 times. Originally, it was only open to the students that Chanel trained to work for them. Anything that a student designed, by the way, was owned by Chanel. Allegedly. If a student went through the scraps or unsold product, created something, and Chanel liked it, the student gets 0 credit. Allegedly. Anywho, what happened is that it was found that if Chanel recycles these leftovers and uses them in products or sells them at a loss, they get a huge write-off. Allegedly. This has been in the plans for a long time. It is rumored it's one of the reasons Virginie left. They are going to charge for failed products that have been ripped apart. These products are 3rd or 4th tier and should not have the Chanel stamp on them. Allegedly. Allegedly, of course. Yeah, it's the end of luxury. What can I tell ya? The end of luxury. Period. Period. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So that was the Chanel thing. But yeah, so now, speaking of how lazy all of this is and how quick they are to make an extra buck and profit on everything, we also have another topic, lazy luxury. Yeah. And is this one to be filmed or... Yeah, because I'm thinking... Yeah. So no, I'm not going to film this one. I want to make it quick because I can't anymore. The 8 minutes. Here's the thing. There's this article going around saying that like quiet luxury is over, but now lazy luxury is it. And it's about the chic look of like being super rich and like going in your private jet. So like, yeah, you wear expensive stuff, but it's no longer just about it being like all preppy, clean and perfect and expensive. It's also about, it can be dirty and used up. It was super expensive. You still spent $10,000 on your little sweater and pants, but you treat them like sweatpants, and lazy luxury is basically what it is. But one thing that was interesting in that article, and I get it, whatever. And then they show you like examples of lazy luxury products, and then they try to sell them to you, blah, blah, blah. Affiliate links and all that jazz. One thing that I found interesting in that article was how they tried to push through the Boatkin, which we have a picture of. If bubbles can prepare. Now, as part of the lazy luxury conversation, and this maybe we should film. Yeah, let's film this. Sorry, guys, I'm going to repeat the concept just because I'll film. I did 2 topics in one. Now I am saving time. Quiet luxury is over. Lazy luxury is apparently where it's at for 2025. Now, we've heard the concept of quiet luxury. We've all seen Gwyneth Paltrow in her court case going to the trial dressed in a certain way. Blah, 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 and la-dee-da. Everybody's annoyed, bored by it. Okay, then we've seen the TV show. Which one was it? Succession also. Oh, please, spare me. So now they're saying, well, hold on. Quiet luxury is over. Lazy luxury is where it's at. Still, the millionaires and billionaires are buying the super expensive clothes, whether it be Brunello Cucinelli or whatever it is, Loro Piana. But it's not preppy and clean anymore. It can be all used up and raggedy because you spent $20,000, $30,000 on a total outfit, but you wear it like it were your sweatpants, and you fly in your private jet in those clothes, and you just use them up. They might get a little tear, a little hole that makes it even more flamboyant looking. And they have a whole list, like several articles have been written about the lazy luxury trend, and every one of these articles try to peddle links to certain products that if you purchase them, they get commission off of. So, it's the whole shtick. Everybody's trying to make money wherever they can nowadays. Hey, listen, don't shade the hustle. I get it. But one thing struck my eyeball. Recycling, upcycling, and sustainability within the lazy luxury field. And I've noticed that they're mentioning more and more upcycled and recycled items, that even luxury brands are starting to do it. Chanel is also starting to do it with their Nevold company that they just officially initiated. Check out my video on the Nevold situation, which is a whole other can of worms, but we digress. One of the brands that was mentioned in one of these articles about lazy luxury being the new thing was the Boatkin. Now, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get to 100K and thumb up this video. You might know the Birkin, the Hermes Birkin. So, the Hermes Birkin has many dupes of it out there, has many imitations, replicas out there, but there's also a lot of people manufacturing stuff out of whatever surrounds the Birkin. Like, for example, in this case, the dust bag that the Birkin comes in, or the dust bag that some other luxury bags or luxury shoes or any luxury SLGs or other leather goods come in. And a company started creating Boatkins, which I wonder how long it's going to take. Sorry, guys, everything's falling apart here. We just lost the Labubu. Are you okay? Did you get scratched? Yeah, a Labubu fell, but we picked it up. And let me show you a picture of the Boatkin. A certain brand started upcycling tote bags and dust bags from luxury brands or other brands, and the brand is called Hathaway Hutton. So credit to Hathaway Hutton for this. The Boatkin, and they even trademarked it. And as you can see, the Boatkin has a similarity to the Birkin. There's a reason why they call it the Boatkin, because for the rich people who, this is lazy luxury, that's the newest trend. So for the rich people who go on their yachts and boats, and they go on a cruise, and they don't want to take their leather Birkin with them, they take this canvas Boatkin on their boat rides, and it's a recycled, canvas material, and you can just schlep it around at the airport as a tote, whatever. And when I first saw these, I thought, oh, this is a cute idea. Why not? But that's before I saw the price. And then I saw the price tag, and I'm like, well, hold on a minute. You're copying the concept of a Birkin, so you didn't even invest any time to design your own freaking bag. I know it's not a one-to-one copy of a Birkin, but you call it the Boatkin. You give it the turn lock. You give it the little accordion side flaps that you pull to close. Like, it's obviously inspired by a Birkin. Duh. And so you copied somebody else's design, basically, and you're trying to earn money off of somebody else's heritage because you called it a Boatkin. You didn't call it random tote bag to carry on a boat. No, you added the kin from Birkin. So you're leeching off of somebody else's fame. Yeah, I see. Talk about lazy luxury. That's lazy. And then you use recycled materials that you probably didn't even have to pay for because somebody else wanted to throw them away anyway. Yeah, okay. And then you stitch the stuff together, but then you charge $1,280 or $1,580 plus tax. And this is where you lose, or $1,880. So we're talking like between $1,300 and $2,000, give or take a nickel. This ain't it. Like, you know, this is something that I would say, look, and that's already stretching it. $300. Tops. Tops. 150 would be like, yeah, okay. 150, yeah. But like, tops $300. $2,000? And then pre-order, please allow 6 months for delivery. Honey, I did not just pre-order a Birkin. Because the leather Birkin takes usually a year after you've done your wish order. They fulfill it within a year. Like when I did my wish order for the Birkin, 1 year later it arrived. I got it a year after I placed the wish. And because it's canvas, it's 6 months instead of a year. Yeah, but it's not Hermes. This is not Hermes. So is this what you mean when you say lazy luxury? Because you take 6 months to make it? You lazy? Allegedly? Like, what's up? Kev says 6 months for delivery. Are they going through the trash for the parts? Robbie says, just get the Trader Joe's reusable bags on your boat. Period. I got one of those. Cute. The little mini one, right? Jorge says, looks like a Trader Joe's tote bag. Yes, it does, especially this one and this one. Girl. Kimberly says, $1,200? No, wait. No, it's not $1,200, honey. It's $1,300. You're adjusting in lower. No, adjusted, it's closer to $1,300. Plus shipping, plus tax. So, Rosanna says, shouldn't Jane Birkin get royalties for the Boatkin? Well, Jane Birkin is no longer with us, unfortunately. She passed away, but her family or her estate maybe should be, but we don't know. They didn't call it a Birkin after all, so. This is a mess. Honestly, looks like my mom's bean toad from the 90s, says Nay. And yeah, Liz M says pretty, but could be a DIY project, hence why lazy luxury. Nay says aesthetically I like it, but oh yeah, no, same. Cute, you know. I particularly like this colorway, and I like that one. This one is giving me Vivienne Westwood vibes. You know, with the recycled materials. This one looks like highly recycled, like her Kenya collection. Really cute. But if this were a Vivienne bag, it would cost $300, $400, not $2,000, you know. Yeah, Nay says greenwash luxury is back. Zach says fake Birkin locks. I mean, yeah, you know, if you look at these, if you look at the hardware, the first thing I think of when I look at this hardware is, oh, Birkin. But that's just me. So let me know, what do you think? Is this yay or nay? Is lazy luxury really a thing? Is this yet another trend we're going to fall for? Do we want to go down this route after we've barely made it through quiet luxury? Now we got to deal with lazy luxury, but at exorbitant prices. And the thing I'm thinking is, just because, like, okay, yeah, a Chanel bag and a Birkin that cost you $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. That's why these things cost $1,600, $2,000, because they think, well, you want a Birkin, you're going to spend $10K, $20K. So it's nothing. $1,600 is a great price. No, it's not. If the Birkin were $4,000, then this one would be $400, $500. They're charging this much just because they think, well, it's way cheaper than the actual Birkin. Yeah, but this is not a Birkin. You can't think like that. I think the logic is completely flawed there on their end, but let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Do you want to get a Boatkin for $1,300 to $2,000 and wait for it 6 months? Because it's a pre-order? I wonder if they already take your money 6 months before they deliver the bag, or if they charge you only once the bag arrived. That I wonder as well. Or are they like Louis Vuitton where they take your money right away and then like half a year later you get your item, but they had your money for 6 months while you're waiting for your item? I wonder. Let me know down below. Love you loads. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Thumb up the video. Bye. Never give up on love. So yeah, can you believe? Can you believe? Yeah. Evan Dusen says, Dacob, a fool and his or her money is soon parted. Period. Robbie says, I could get a bumpkin at a local farmer's market. Ooh, and it's Halloween season, so a bumpkin it is, baby. Hi, Mrs. Free to be me. Hey, Dacob, the boatkin is cute, but the most I would pay is $200. Yeah. Hi, Mrs. Free to be me, and I agree with you. $200. Like for me, like the pain level, the threshold is $300, but I would say 150 to 200 is the price to pay. Yeah, for that bag. But yeah. So there you go. So we're back, baby. Did you have fun today? I hope you did. Because that was our show. Thank you, mods, for keeping us safe today. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's Mahora, 3H, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terrie. Bubbles loves you.
So also, don't forget, you guys, that we have just released a short while ago the Live in Ferret video game, which is for free. There's no in-app purchase. It's not an app. You just click on the link and you play the game. And you are the Live in Ferret, and you got to cross these 5 rivers to get to the finish line. And be careful, because the flowers might hit ya. You're not supposed to let the flowers touch you as you're crossing the road. It's not an app. It's just a link to play a game. And there are the top scores, so you can always like battle all other fashion bunker viewers and see who gets to win the highest score. I have been obsessed with this game. In fact, as you can see, not to brag, but I have been obsessively playing this game. I find it actually really relaxing somehow. It's like a meditation for me. I love it. So I got to 30,000 points, which is a little bit insane. Gustavo is second, and then Dacob again here. Brian, Andy is fourth, and then Gustavo again fifth. So I guess for now we have Brian, Andy, Gustavo, and Dacob battling. But there's like more. So there's a pole position and the scores are always saved. So let's see who can get super high up there. There you go. AJ says, if I beat your score, you owe me a Virgin. No, I don't. Oh, the link to the video game is in the post tab on my Super Dacob YouTube channel. The post tab used to be called the community tab. But a couple of months ago, YouTube changed the name from the community tab to the post tab. So you will find the link to my Live in Ferret game in the post tab. It's a very simple game and it's on repeat. But it somehow, I don't know why it relaxes me. I got hypnotized one day, like getting to 30,000. I played for over an hour. I was just like, no, not like this. I was scrolling. I was crossing the river. So the 5 rivers. Anyway, so there's that. Don't forget, today we have an after show for Tier 1 and Tier 2 members, as well as Tier 1 and Tier 2 patrons. So, as Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack and come on back for the after show. For now, we'll go. Oh my God. And Bubbles loves the Wugo Wugo song. Here's Bubbles for you. Since it's Halloween season, look at her. She is here. She is here. She's queer. She loves Pride Month. And she says,
Hello.
Bubbles sends her love. She is dazzlingly gorgeous in her beautiful little haute couture outfit. As Leena Nair would say, 200 beautiful hours were spent making this dress by hand, and the weave as well. We have 200 beautiful hours spent weaving this hair, making it so perfect and beautiful. Yes? Right, Bubbles?
Please send it to me.
Say hi, Bubbles.
Sugar!
So yeah. Love you loads, everybody. So, we're your best. Hit it.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh.
And then, then we have, okay, so we had Living Ferret. Oh, child, we're a little bit out of, well, of course, the Dying Ferret. Where's the Dying? Dying Ferret, there it is. Yeah, hit it, Bubbles. Dying Ferret, come on.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret.
Boom. And thank you, Mrs. Free to Be Me, for upgrading to Tier 2 membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Labubu says, yes, Quinn. Okay. Anyway. We didn't do Living Ferret? No. Oh, this was a best? Oh, Living Ferret. Who should be the Living Ferret today? Okay, how about the pink one? Let's do the pink one. Okay, Living Ferret.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
Cha, look at that Labubusi. Ratchet, ratchet, ratchet. So that was the Living Ferret. Okay, so what else did we miss? Oh, listen, Linda. Yeah, Linda. Here she is. You tell him, Linda.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
By the way, speaking of Linda, I just read an article that apparently scientists have discovered that, and this is the cutest article that I've heard in a while, because you know how reading the news lately is just tragic. You can't read the news without getting clinically depressed these days. But one tidbit of really fun news was that some scientists out there discovered that allegedly dinosaurs, I kid you not, this is the title of the article, scientists discovered that dinosaurs had chubby cheeks. And then I look at Linda and I'm like, oh, Linda has chubby cheeks. So, yeah, because look at those chubby cheeks. I want to say this is a chubby cheek. Yeah, I think Linda was ahead of her time. So there you go. So now you know, dinosaurs had chubby cheeks. I thought that was the cutest news ever. And who knew? I mean, and then did we do our best? Yeah, we did. We did our best. So we got to do Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, where are you? Okay, here. Cha 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 cha. Predator Baby Yoda.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao,
ciao, ciao, ciao, ciao, ciao, ciao, ciao.
Okay, Baby Yoda, you're done, right? Yeah, you know what? Baby Yoda lately, Baby Yoda doesn't want to talk much. Baby Yoda is apparently quite infatuated with Pedro Pascal. Well, so is Debbie. Well, we all are. So apparently, Baby Yoda now, like Baby Yoda knows that he has to come here and sing the song, but then he's like, bitch, I'm out of here. I gotta go hang with Pedro. Yeah, Baby Yoda has the hots for Pedro. I'm like, oh, that's a little bit gross. He's like, why? They're the same age, basically. Because you know, Baby Yoda is like 52 years old by now, or 53 years old. And Pedro is like also in his 50s. So like they're the same age. You know, you do the math. You do the math. And yeah. So yeah. So I barely ever see Baby Yoda. He's just running around LA trying to, you know, hunt down Pedro Pascal to chill and hang with him. I'm like, sure. Something else is hanging there. But anyway, where were we? Ah, yes. I shall see you all in the after show. Get ready. We have something else to talk about, you know, more fun stuff in the after show. And also, we're a little bit more chill in the after show and we get to say certain things that we're not allowed to say in the main show. So, as Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack and come on back to the after show. We'll be posting the link in the post section, in the posts on my channel. And for patrons, the link will be on in a post on Patreon as well. See you there, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Never give up on love. Bye. Mwah.